Oh my god. It fucking stopped again. Alright. Chat, I'm done with this fucking recording bullshit. I'm switching the tab so that pause, that spacebar means something else. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I'll open up Minecraft because that's what we're doing today. Because I am low-key still addicted. This is the epitome of the Minecraft 2-week phase. But this time, it is televised. Huge. Yes. So I have my mic for my headphones. Oh, hold on. I gotta text the goat. Hold on. W. Okay. I don't know if I recapped again. W, wet hair. W, sushi. W, everything. You're gonna have to watch me eat. I'm sorry. Hello. What's up? I'm eating my dinner. Spicy California roll. Big W. Big W. So good. Okay, wait. Volume? A classic. It's so good. Oh! Hold on. W, what the hell do they call this? Collaboration? Crab Rangoons as well. Huge. Yes. You didn't even see it, did you? Oh well. Incredible. Yes, that's what I thought. Anyway, I might put on an episode while I'm eating so that it's not, the stream isn't just me sitting here eating. So if you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. However, we will get to Minecraft quite quickly. Oh shit, can you hear me eating? Oh my god, don't tell me that. Do you have any suggestions for videos? Because I can find one. You forgot to tell me. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm intrigued. Or just you forgot to. No way! Money maxing! Hold on, Sammy. Wait. Hold on. What does this mean? You know what this means. You will you be able to watch the streams live? Say it ain't so. Oh my goodness. W commitment. W commitment. That's awesome though. What place, if you don't mind me? Okay, I got you. If it's not doxable, I don't know. Or you could just text me, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lebowski's. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, wait. I have an idea. So I know we all love forensic files, but I think that if it's something where I can just sit and react to it, like a small bar, that's cool. That's cool. That'll be fun for sure. What do they call it? Wow, that's really. Okay. Hold on. The idea is that I watch um hmm, I don't know. I was gonna watch like a video that's like siblings are dating, and then just like watch that while I eat. Oh, hold on. This one works. Oh my god, W ad. Alright.
And Doug.
Fuck's sake.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried.
I'm gay.
Oh. Sorry. Hold on, chat. Trust. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Oh, boom! I think I'm allowed to watch these without getting any copyright.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
6,
When did everyone
5
realize
gay
they were
men
gay?
versus 1 straight man.
Probably like end of high school.
This'll
after my
work.
first relationship. It was a girl, and it was just not for me.
I think for me, it was in middle school. It was like before puberty, so I was just
Wait, which one's straight? Which one's straight? Do we know? Do we know already? Let's just pretend like we don't know. If we already do, I don't know.
And also other kids were understanding too, so that really helped me to find myself when I would talk about it.
15.
Oh.
So I know
Okay,
exactly
Lucifer.
what it was.
Yeah, brother. I
grew
get
up
it.
in a very religious home.
Let's pretend like we don't know,
I
even if
too
it said
was
it at
in
the beginning.
relationships with girls. So what I did was I hid myself for a long time. So I'm trying not to tear up.
You're doing too much.
It wasn't until the pandemic.
All right, sorry.
When I came out to
Sorry,
my
I'm
little
trying
brother.
not to tear up.
I actually knew when I was
Brother,
8.
you're on Jubilee.
My grandma took me to see Mamma Mia.
Bro is not tearing up. He's got those glasses for a reason. All right.
I actually knew when I was 8. My grandma took me to see Mamma Mia,
Oh
and
my
if you've seen the movie, you know the beach scene. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I knew something was just a little bit off about me when I realized that I was more attracted to Sky than I was Sophie. I'm like, something about him.
You know, mine honestly is right after Twilight came out with Robert Pattinson. I don't know.
Yo, whose team? Whose team?
So good.
Of course, Pattinson for sure. Edward.
I knew in middle school, like, there was something up with me. I was like, I like men. That's 100%. But I called myself bisexual. And then freshman year in high school, I was just like, I'm gay. Like, the way I feel about women is nothing like the way I feel about men.
Okay.
You think Justin is sus? I'm kind of with you there. However, this guy, his clothing gives straight. Wait, am I muted? No. His clothing gives straight. The chain, the beanie. Look at him next to Lucifer. Come on.
I already revealed mine, but what is it?
Or, yeah, he could just be an emo straight guy or an alternative straight. Oh, never mind, chat. Never mind. Big circle on this right here. Big circle on this. He's gay. Gay man can't stand normal. Okay, sorry. Fake shirt is sus. Okay.
Everyone's favorite celebrity crush.
Mine is also a vampire. It's Paul Wesley from
Okay.
Vampire Diaries. He was like my
Okay.
gay awakening, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well mine
Yeah.
was Robert Pattinson, so the vampire.
Yeah, we got
Ross Lynch. Something about that man is just, I just love Ross Lynch.
I can't do this. All right.
Yeah.
Prince and Idris Elba.
Prince. That's an interesting take. Idris Elba, I get it. I guess loose. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Mine right now, I think, is Pedro Pascal.
You're on the Pedro Pascal
He's so
train.
cute.
He's LARPing.
Yeah, I am.
I'm your daddy.
Matt Bomber. From
What the hell was that?
Pedro Pascal
He's so
train.
cute. Yeah, I am.
I'm your daddy.
Excuse you?
Matt Bomber.
Sorry.
From White Collar. Love, like the snake eyes are so sexy. Like,
All
that's
right,
it.
brother.
What do you guys hate about straight men?
Their inability to like take criticism.
Sammy, do you agree with any of these? Have we ever talked about that? Who was your celebrity crush? First, when you were younger. When you were younger. Not that it was like an awakening because you're straight. Idris Elba, understandable, honestly. As far as I know, what the hell does that mean? What on earth? Oh. Wait. Oh, wow, I can't spell. Oh. Right, the Twink Whisperer. My bad. Sorry, that was uncalled for. Why did that come up in the search? Hold on. Why did that come up so quick? I swear to God, I didn't. Did y'all see that? Or am I crazy? Okay. This guy? Really? What movies was he in? Okay. And this is another slight Idris Elba, understandable kind of. Yeah. And with an E. Wait. Ah. I see. Oh. W. There you go. He was the love interest. John Krasinski. Yes. The one, the only. Do you prefer him with a beard or without? Like, brother, hold on. Hold up. Oh my. Hold on. Chad, am I straight? Yes. Pre-jacked. Like office stage. I see. Too jacked now. So you like the left here. Or certainly not the middle. Certainly not the middle. Unless you like Jim's personality. I got you. Understandable. Because I gotta admit, okay, and this is nothing on you. These are all. What the fuck? Who else was it? Jonathan Bailey. Yep. These are all very different looking men. Let's add Idris here for fun. It's good to have a range. I can't lie. Yeah. I was gonna say, shall we go through mine? But that's, I don't know. We can. I just put you in the hot seat, so I might as well. Okay. Number one. Number one always, okay? Dude. Dude. Oh my god, she's so hot. Gwen Stefani. Wait. Really? What made you say Gwen Stefani? wait, wait, wait. Where did you get Gwen Stefani from? In her No Doubt era. Wait. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. Mm-hmm. I have one song by No Doubt in all of my playlists, I think. This is where Gwen Stefani peaked, music-wise and looks-wise. I can agree with that. Okay, next up. Victoria Pedretti. Guys, you're gonna have to stick with me here. Not stick with me because she isn't hot. She's fucking beautiful, okay? No, this is actually so bad for me to say. She's from the show called You, the show I told you about. Holy You mention. You, yep. It's something about the way that she like stares into your soul. Like here. Hold on, sorry. Am I revealing too much about myself right now? Look at her eyes, chat. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm a big eyes guy, chat. I'm sorry. It's a very stretched image. She is married. She has kids, I think. It's okay. Anne Hathaway. I do know what she looks like. I just need to look it up. I think she's pretty. Of course she is. Was she like when I was a kid? Oh, okay. This is like my basic one. Is like Megan Fox in Transformers. That's every kid ever. But like I thought she was hot, but she wasn't like a I need to make this woman my whole personality kind of thing. You know? That's how I feel about it. Oh my god. Angelina Jolie. Let's call it past Angelina Jolie. Right now, not my type. I don't know what that means. But sure, for sure. She's like as she's gotten older, her face shape has gotten so like is that a weird thing to say? Like her jawline sticks out so much right here. Yeah, like this. This picture shows it pretty freaking well. Like I don't know. Very yeah. Okay, let's see. Scarlett Johansson was not really on my list personally. Though on most you could say Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie is beautiful, of course. I'm trying to like look through like my TikTok or something. But I don't like have a saved playlist of like girls I find attractive. That would be kind of weird. But I'm just I'm trying to like think back to like when I was like super young, what women were on my TV, you know? Oh, Sadie Sink. Well, you know me. I'm slightly uncultured. I didn't watch Stranger Things. However, okay, wait, hold on. I saw the image and now it's not in the images section. Dude. Dude. Sorry. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Dude. Oh fuck, who was I just thinking of? Shit, I had someone in my head and then okay, wait. What the hell is her actual name? Shit. Not Kat Stratford, whatever the hell her actual name is. Actress Julia Stiles, but specifically in 10 Things I Hate About You. Kat Stratford, come on. Hold on. I think she was more of a personality thing. She is of course beautiful though. Nah? What do you mean, nah? What the fuck? What's wrong with this one? You don't know. Okay. I can kind of see that. But Sammy, you need to watch 10 Things I Hate About You. I'll watch How to Kill How to Kill. I'll watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days if you watch 10 Things I Hate About You. How about that? Because I know you like that movie. Oh, you didn't say Matthew McConaughey. Was he one of your peeps or no? I feel like we've talked. Yes, I remember you talking about Matthew McConaughey, and I get it. I get it. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. It's coming back to me. She's not really like. You forgot about like top 3? Oh shit! Here we go. Andy Samberg. Oh shit. Really? Okay. No, I get it. Okay, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. This is yeah understandable, honestly. Yeah. Not that I didn't understand it before. There we go. Huge. You have 2 more, or is what's his face? Not what's his face. His so cutie. That's hilarious. That's a whole different man. That's a whole different man right there. Okay, this one. Sure. hold on. I'm sorry. Um, 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 um. I'm sorry. He's just for sure in the top 3. I get that. Sorry, that was unnecessary. I didn't mean to rag on your mans like that. What is this comparison? Okay. It's kind of accurate. Uh-oh. What? The face or 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 something else? No, that's only one picture. I'm really good at spotting those because I always my brain is like a factory of shit that I see on TikTok. Just... Okay. God, Chad, is this bad? Why can't I remember any women that had me? Okay, well, I can think of one, but it makes me look bad. Okay, I can think of one, but it makes me look bad. What the hell? Someday. Yep, all right. I don't even remember her name. That's how bad it is. Wow, why did I just type that? Fuck's sake. Alicia Cuthbert. She was really pretty. Jenna Ortega was never really on my list. Wait, hold on. Oh shit. No, they're not all blondes, chat. They're not all blondes. Okay, you want to go? You want to go through men? You want to go through men? Hold on. No, wait. This is bad. This is really bad. I need to think of more women before I go to bed. I swear to God. What do you mean they totally are? What? Who's they? No, they're not all blondes. She's a ginger. They're both brunette. No, they're not. Deadass, they're not. They're not. You're literally lying straight to my face to try to fucking tell me that I like blondes like that. This is bullshit. Okay. I need to think of one more woman before I go to man. Because I need to get some on the board here. Oh, hold on. Let me think. I'm not racist. Oh, shit. Hold on. I can think of some. Uh, it's so basic though. It's so basic. Um, what the hell do they? Um, what the hell is the? I'm gonna try to find through this. Oh, grown-ups. There we go. She is beautiful. Zendaya was up there. She was probably one of the first from Disney because I did watch shows with her in it. But that was like kind of before her glow up. Can I say that? Um Okay, wait. I just need to look this up. And then I'll have a big oh moment. Okay, not fucking what's her name? What the hell? Oh god. Holy name docs. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, it was covered by my camera. Huge. Oh, okay, wait. Peyton List, that's her name, I think. Peyton List was hot. In Jesse. I always thought she was. Yeah. Come on. Oh fuck! I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I just realized. I just realized it's another blonde, Sammy. I can't do this shit. God fucking damn it. She is. She is. Of course she is. I just can't keep naming blondes. Okay. Wait. Her. Jade. Dude. Come on. That's AI. Dude. No. I literally I, I literally don't have a preference. I just Jade? What do you mean Jade like that? Come on. You can have if you can have variety, so can I. Okay? Look. I hold on. What the hell is her actual name? Is that what the hell? Yeah, here we go. Who is Liz? Oh, yep. Ariana Grande was actually never up there, chat. She wasn't really for me. I found her voice really annoying. No emo though. See, yeah. Sometimes I can vibe with the looks of an emo girl, but I know that they're never for me. So it's more of like the guy from Thundermans. Hold on. Not the dad, surely. Really? That was a really bad picture of his hair. Hold on, I got you. I'll find a good one. That's not bad. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Not this guy. Not this guy. What's his name? Okay, wait. Max Thunderman. Jack Griffo. Not Hank. Come on. Oh, interesting. He's kind of going through an emo phase right now. Sammy, what is this? Sammy, what is this? Do we not talk about that? Do we not talk about that part? Oh shit, you're in deep water now. Fuck, dude. Fuck. That's crazy. Oh my god, holy Justin Bieber. Holy Justin Bieber. Fuck me, I can't spell. Dude. Is this fucking Photoshop? Alright. Alright. We can stop dissing Jack Griffo over here. Okay. Alright. What the fuck was her name? Andy Mack? No thanks, brother. Sorry. Okay, Bella Thorne was of course attractive. Not when I watched Disney though. She had not grown up. Like see, Sammy, this is the Zendaya that I had. Really not the I gotta move my face cam. Fuck me. My fat ass head's in the way. Okay. Not there yet? What do you mean? Wait, what did they do to him? To to Jack? I don't know. Hmm. Oh my God! What the hell's her name? Dove Cameron. She's another blonde. I'm not even ashamed of that one. Dove Cameron is beautiful. Okay, W. She's still hot as a black. That's so hot. Both of these eras to me are, come on. Cut me some fucking slack, please. I swear to God. You disagree about the black hair? Oh, come on. You don't know. Some of the other ones. What do you mean? Some of the other ones of Dove Cameron? Or of me? Of my list? This is too much. She's too white girl in this. This? Her jawline's doing the Angelina Jolie thing. But still. When she isn't jaw biting or cheek biting. Okay, this isn't okay. Oh shit. Wait. In Tall Girl. Okay. I agree with you. Sabrina Carpenter is hot. For sure. Yeah. No disagreeing from me here. Sammy, you've just Yep. Yep. From the moment that I watched this is who can rock a septum piercing, Sammy. This is who can do it. She does it effortlessly. Hold on. She's not wearing one in that. What the fuck? I look up Florence Pugh septum piercing, and I get not even Florence Pugh. Why am I getting Sabrina Carpenter? Dude! What the fuck? You cannot disagree that she is rocking that shit. Come on. All right. Florence Pugh is, of course, up there. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Who else? You're all out. Hold on. I'm trying to because I think that I have animated women that I watched that I was whatever. I'm just trying to think of them. Like cartoons and shit. Like Starfire. You know Starfire, Sammy? Okay, not this, but Not that either. Wait. Stop, chat. Oh my god, why do they all look so bad? Fuck. Chat. What the fuck? I literally... I'm getting out of here. This is a bad search. I literally... What the fuck can I do? I'm getting the hell out of that tab, bruh. That's crazy. You saw all those images that I was scrolling over, brother. Holy fuck. What the hell? I can't search up a character anymore without seeing some shit, bro. That was crazy. Okay. We're gonna get off of the animated girl train because then shit just starts popping up. So anyway, we are going to go to men. All right. Do I got to do it to him? Hold on. All right. Hold on. I already showed you this man, Sammy, but that's Matt Murdock. Holy shit. This is actually a crazy image. Don't clip this, chat. Don't clip this. Fuck me. Okay, alright. I'm done. Stop. Shoulder guy. I want his shoulders. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Like, what is up with that? Like, I understand patriarchy and all that, but still.
I know, like consent.
Literally.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Matt
What?
Palmer, from White Collar. Love, like the snake eyes are so sexy. And that's it.
Okay.
What do you guys hate about straight men?
Their inability to like take criticism or
my
take
God,
no as an
yes.
answer.
Yeah.
Like, what is up with that? Like, I understand patriarchy and all that, but still.
I know, like consent.
Literally.
Their inability to have any sort of fashion. It's just
T-shirts? Just about to say that.
t-shirts, jeans, or like just
They really had to point him out like that. The guy here is wearing jeans.
T-shirts? Just about to say that.
t-shirts, jeans, or like just basketball
Long sleeve t-shirt, jeans. Long sleeve shirt, jeans.
shorts.
You know, you see those men who clearly use like the 3-in-1 shampoos, and I'm just like,
Justin's LARPing, I'm sorry. Justin's LARPing.
Oh my god.
how?
They brush their teeth with it.
Yeah, like I swear.
Oh my god, this one guy had a 10-in-1. I did not even
No
want to ask
way.
what it meant.
Lucifer, I just wanted to ask you, so you said at 15 is when you knew, right? That you were gay?
Yes, that's when I came to terms with it for myself.
And then you said like during COVID was when you told your brother?
Yes.
So that whole time he didn't know?
No.
Really? How did that feel for you? Because were you guys close, or?
We were, but I moved from Memphis when I was 18.
Okay.
We've been long distance for all that time.
I see.
He really didn't make a big deal out of it, just told me that he loved me no matter what.
I see. Well, can I ask why did you not come out to him earlier if you guys felt so comfortable together with that? Or supportive?
Yes, so for me, when I was growing up, the thing that mattered most was getting married and having a family. I had to keep that facade a long time. I was actually practicing to be a minister in 2012,
What?
Wow.
right when President Obama declared gay marriage legalized nationwide. And when I was in
W. Obama.
I want to get more.
Hey, have you spotted the mole yet?
Fuck you, Cole. They'll vote for who they think is straight. I'm Justin. Get him out.
that tank top that he's wearing is really tacky.
He voted for the tank top guy?
That tank top that he's
Look at how he's standing, Lucifer. He's the twinkiest. I'm sorry? Sammy, you can see it where my head is. That's a woman. That's if that. Let me move my head. Let me move my head. That's, dude. He could be LARPing. Okay, I guess. Trying to true.
Wearing is
True.
really tacky.
Justin's
Sorry, just the
out of
jeans and
here.
the shirt.
Huh? He is definitely Twinkie, bro. Oh
Good luck,
man!
guys. It kind of hurted a little bit. Kind of hurted.
Why do you think they were suspicious of you?
Mainly because I'm wearing just jeans and a t-shirt, but I look stylish and I look amazing. So.
Wait.
Lucifer, I remember you were mentioning that like gay marriage was being legalized.
Sorry,
in
Chad.
2012,
I'm
but
messing
it
with
was
things.
2015, right?
2013.
Yeah, that's
W.
2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Resizing. W
Yeah,
resizing.
so like, yeah, because it was. I remember it precisely. I was on the phone with my pastor actually when that announcement was made.
He was running in 2012, so yeah, he would have.
Right.
They're running the math on this shit.
16?
Y'all really
I'm
think
bad at
Lucifer's
math.
straight?
I'm
All right,
terrible.
my bad.
Well, it took a while for it to actually go into legislation.
Gotcha.
So you can say 2012, but if you're technically, yes, it did take a few years into that second term before it was actually registered. What are some things you look for in a guy?
Oh, creativity, style, and confidence.
Number one will be hygiene.
Yeah.
I bathe at least twice a day, if not
We're
more.
in a drought.
So,
Brother. The gay man that I know would find a way to take a bath in the Sahara Desert. Okay? They don't give a fuck about that shit.
baby, please.
W mentioned.
Look, I gotta freshen up. So I expect that from someone else.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, my boyfriend, every time or my ex-boyfriend.
Oh no.
Yeah, every time I'd come in, like the room was just super messy, and like I'm really big on.
Hold on. He knew exactly what he was doing here. Hold on, Sammy, you might be on to something here.
Bathroom cleanliness.
Yes, it's the last
Hold
place you are,
on.
right? The first place you are in the morning.
He knew exactly what he was doing by saying, my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend,
And most
cat's out of the bag.
Men are just.
Are you fucking serious?
dirty in the bathrooms?
Right. For me, definitely funny, and I mean, obviously, you have to look good. Like that's yeah. That's how it
W.
started
Clay
out.
for saying what everybody
Mine is
was
basically
trying to
somebody
do.
that could just hang and vibe with me. I'm a very active person, whether that be like I'm going out hiking, I go out working out. Height doesn't really matter. I mean, haven't found anybody as tall as me yet.
How tall are you?
6'6".
Okay.
How tall are you?
6'2", but I have these on right now, so a little bit taller.
I love those, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
they're
They're
very
brand new. They're Doc Martens.
Me too.
Look at.
I love dogs.
These are the brand new model. They have little.
Yeah,
hooks.
I know. I saw those.
Oh,
I
they're
saw
so
those.
cool.
Did you miss them?
What do you liar about what? About his height? or about the shoes looking nice?
Memo that we were supposed to wear boots today?
By the way,
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
they're
They're brand. 6'2", but I have these on right now, so a little bit taller.
I love those, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
they're
They're
very
brand new. They're Doc Martens.
Me too.
Look at.
I love dogs.
These are the brand new model. They have little.
Yeah,
hooks.
I
Okay.
know. I saw those.
Oh,
I
they're
saw
so
those.
cool.
Did you miss the memo that we were supposed to wear boots today?
Yes.
I gotta make my
Yeah, I
eyes
did.
get
You know,
bigger.
I do
All of the above.
prefer men that are shorter than me, a little more on the submissive side.
We're out.
Oh, he likes a bottom. Sorry.
I hate the bottom.
What?
I'm just being honest. I guess because I was in such a controlled environment for so many years, I just have a way of controlling that space.
Okay,
Can you run down and say
Lucifer.
what we are? Like, 'cause you already answered.
Yes.
We'll say bottom.
Top. Or verse. Top verse.
I say I'm.
What the hell is verse, chat? What's verse? Is that both? Is that both? Or either?
In such a controlled environment for so many years, I just have a way of controlling that space.
Yeah.
I didn't say what we are.
First.
You
Sam,
Sorry,
I'm a
sorry.
first top.
Sorry.
We'll say bottom.
Top. Or verse.
All right, Chad, I gotta look it up. Oh, perhaps. Open to... I did not need to read that word. I did not need to read that word.
I say I'm a verse top.
Yeah, verse bottom.
He's
So, guys, never mind.
definitely a bottom. Ricky is.
they're fucking twink shaming. They're twink shaming.
For sure. Did you see what this man was wearing? Had the midriff and all.
Oh
Just
my
6'5" person for me.
god!
Yeah, I agree.
You are
I think it's very
horrible.
dependent. But honestly, like the verse comes in more so when it's with like hookups and stuff like that.
Well, baby, I'm a Scorpio, so like. Me too. Oh, nice. So.
Hold on. Did they do the gay guy
Baby, I'm a
dap up?
Scorpio, so like. Me too. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they did. They did. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, baby, I'm a Scorpio.
Hold on, hold
so,
on. We
like,
gotta watch the pregame. Pregame. We gotta watch the fucking film. The pre. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is really
Well,
rude
baby,
for
I'm
me
a
to do.
Scorpio, so like. Me too.
Why are they starting so high up? Look at it, Sammy. Look at it. They start like it's a high five. Look at it. Yeah. And then they do that. And then they do the rest.
Nice. So nice.
Okay, wait, hold on. He's LARPing. Wait.
Scorpio, so like. Me too. Oh, nice.
I don't know. Hold on. He went for the tap.
Well, baby,
The
I'm a
straight
Scorpio,
tap. Hold
so,
on.
like.
No, hold on. I'm going back on that
Nice.
statement. I'm going back on that
So
statement.
nice.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Ah! No, I should literally be an editor for these people. Oh my god.
When Matt dapped up Lucifer.
That was, I was like,
What?
okay, that was a little.
Chat,
That was a little.
Chat, I did not watch this. I did not
That
watch
felt
this.
very hetero to me.
Oh, and my other thing, if they're open to threesomes, because I want to do that.
Hey, say it to the camera.
If you're out there and you're open to threesomes, this number is available.
I think it's better on paper. I just want to break the truth to you.
Really?
Because it's just another person. It just gets a lot. I don't
It
know.
is.
I just feel like
I
right?
completely agree. It's more of a novelty, for sure.
Is it like a lot of
Yes,
just sitting
more of a
around?
novelty.
Just say you were the third and you didn't. Sorry.
Sitting around.
Yeah, one
wait.
person.
Sorry,
When's the
sorry,
match?
sorry,
No,
sorry. That
no,
was
it's
really
like,
good.
no, it's like 2 at a time. I mean, it's like great.
Let's do a round of
Guys,
Smash
why are we talking about this?
or Pass.
Never mind. I know why.
Dominic Fike.
Smash.
Smash.
Michael B. Jordan.
Smash.
Ooh, Creed 3.
Oh my
Creed
god.
3.
The Rock.
No.
Pass.
No,
Cringe.
big
Cringe.
pass.
I'm sorry,
Big.
cringe.
Yeah.
Just say you were in the genuinely. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you did, Siri. You're up here. You're up here. You're genuinely up here. I can't keep a single fucking secret from you because you're just sitting up in my brain.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
that's
Okay. Sorry, I'm
surprising
not
me,
gonna
because
go
you
back.
said that you were a top, like you like being in control. Dude, The Rock?
Yeah. I can take you.
He might be a
People
secret
shorter
bottom.
than you. Wait,
You can take. All right.
Yeah, I am. But
The
I
Rock
mean,
is huge.
I've
Okay, I
been,
get
I've
it.
been watching wrestling for a long time too.
Ain't nobody topping The Rock. Come on.
That's sus. Rock's ugly.
Chat. What is this lineup right now? Lucifer, all because he wanted to top The Rock? Y'all are fucking kicking him out because he's got a fantasy. Matt's sus, bruh. Or maybe it was just Justin. I know Lucifer
Go ahead,
pissed.
gentlemen.
Thank you.
Oh, he's pissed.
So we're up again.
He might be gay. Bro would totally try. Yeah. It seems like Lucifer might try. Alright, I take it back. This guy is
Go ahead,
definitely gay.
gentlemen.
Look at this.
Thank you.
Unless he's still LARPing. Look at his face, sorry.
So
That, come on.
we're up again.
Oh, they bitches.
Oh, they
jealous.
bitches. Oh, they bitches.
They see I'm totally star power. They just didn't want to share the money with me. I'm not someone that gets offended easily,
Oh,
but bitch, that offended me.
I love Lucifer,
I am
bro.
offended. This is the shit I'm talking about.
They bitches.
This makes no damn sense.
That's what I'm thinking.
Look at me.
I know.
What?
What?
Do I look straight to you?
Absolutely not.
Come on.
I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. That's...
If you want
Nah,
to
whatever.
continue playing
Do
Do you think that there's potentially still a liars among
Live, laugh,
the
Lucifer,
four of you in
genuinely.
the box? Raise your hand on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, raise your hand. Just continue playing.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, we're gonna get
So
the
you are
reveal.
confident that the mole is out. Is that correct?
I think so.
I can unconfidently say.
Yeah.
These are like my besties right here.
So that means the game has ended. If the box turns green, you have correctly voted the mole out.
Okay, chat.
And you four
Okay,
will
chat.
share a cash prize.
Sorry.
If the box turns red, that means the mole is still among you four, and they win the cash prize themselves. Are you guys ready?
No shot. It's the twink.
I knew I was unconfident.
Don't
I
act
was
surprised.
unconfident. I said.
Wait. It's not the twink?
One of you aren't my besties.
All right. So the mole has won. And on the count of 3, I'm gonna have the mole step forward.
It's got to be the guy on the far left. Pink? You think it's pink?
2, 3.
They did the thing.
What? We're all the moles?
Every single one of them is straight.
I think there was a mix-up, you guys.
Look at us. We are besties after all.
I was very confused.
Oh, yeah.
You had me with the fit, Ricky.
For real?
Honestly, yes.
Dude, thank you. Dude, this is my girlfriend's tea.
I knew of this possibility. I've watched people talk about these kind of videos. I never thought I would actually be
Everybody
gotten.
misread the question. Dude, I took a step and I was like, are these people stupid? Like, why is everyone else stepping up? Like, I'm only straight. Dude, y'all are gay.
I thought that everyone was gay.
Dude, Lucifer, you know what? Lucifer should be in Hollywood. Honestly. He won my heart, honestly.
And either of you ever been mistaken as gay or more feminine?
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. For a long time.
I know. Every night I feel like when I go out with my friends or whatever, I get hit on by more guys than girls sometimes. And
Tyler, you're gay.
it's very common. Yeah.
I got mistaken for being gay a lot of the time. I'll be honest, I went on dates with guys because so many people were suspecting.
Somebody tell Lucifer he's gay. Somebody tell Tyler he's gay. Somebody tell Justin he's gay. He went on a date with a man.
Me of it, but I was just like, that's not me. After being on those dates, I was like, I like women. That's a fact.
My
So
story that I was telling was very genuine.
Lucifer,
I'd suppressed my alternative to being macho straight for a long time because I just don't fit the mold for the typical straight guy. There's always questions of, is he or isn't he?
Fucking hell, dude. I've been training for this for a week.
How did you train for it?
Bro, I FaceTimed all my gay homies. They were saying, like, I'm gonna be a verse top because that's like the least.
this is like my least favorite type of straight guy. Can I say that? Is that crazy to say? I hate men that talk like this and talk about gay people like this.
Sus, but it's also gay. Dude, I practice walking. I practice my fits. I was doing like 360 Snapchat videos. Like, damn, do I look gay or not? Like, does my ass pop?
I work at Urban Outfitters. There's a lot of gay men. He helped me pick up
Justin,
his
you're
nail
gay.
polish.
Justin, you're gay.
I called all my gay friends, and I watched like a whole bunch of drag.
Matt thinks he's straight, but he
I
is
watched
gay.
so much drag.
Brother.
Bro, like, and it's actually really good. So
It's actually-
I would probably keep watching like after this.
Holy fuck,
I
brother.
think my game plan was to just not offend anybody. I hope I stuck to that. I
Yeah,
was
Tyler.
very
Yeah,
inclusive.
whatever.
I applied for this episode because, especially right now with the whole red pill movement, Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate, the toxic male influences out there, that it's very important to show like other men, and especially younger men that are coming up into this world, that it is okay to be feminine. Is it okay to express your emotions? Is it okay to be vulnerable?
Accept everyone.
I know you were LARPing, probably, or just... I'll say the word acting. That works better. But going like this, when it's the final round, brother.
No matter what you're.
And that dap, it had to have been... They were both saying it was a hetero dap. That was a gay dap. That was a gay dap. I'm still standing with that.
Looks, sexuality, gender are. Just accept everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little bit different.
And don't be mad if you're not as confident as the people who are.
Like not jumping to conclusions and not like stereotyping anyone, letting them speak for themselves. Yeah.
I changed my lock screen to a dude as well, bro. This is my homie Nick.
Classic straight man trying to prove he's the best at being gay. Sorry. Ricky trained so hard he was giving bottom energy to 5 straight dudes. You're dead ass an idiot if you would have fallen for this. Ricky's my boyfriend, I mean ex-boyfriend, was genius. That shit would have convinced me. Just say you're gullible. Sorry. Okay, should we do Minecraft now? Should we do Minecraft in Forensic Files?
Cover your hands. Reduce the risk. Find solutions here and get.
It's only 8:30, guys. It's only 8:30, and we haven't even started Minecraft. Huge. Sammy, what did you think? Oh my god. Man. You were MIA for a minute. I was just sitting here talking about... let's see. What was I saying? I was reading some of the comments. I was saying that Ricky is... I don't know how much you heard. I was saying that Ricky is like my least favorite kind of straight guy.
For this
And at the end of the episode...
Yeah.
I changed my lock screen to a dude as well, bro.
Ricky is like the epitome of a straight man that I hate. Like he's literally still, after the round is over and everybody's proven straight, he's still trying to prove that he is the best at pretending to be gay. Classic man behavior. Jesus Christ. And then this one. Hold on. I gotta find the dumbass comment. Somebody said, Ricky's ex-boyfriend was genius. That shit would have convinced me. You're gullible. We all know you don't have to say it. Anyway. But now we are going to start Forensic Files. If you have some suggestions, I am more than happy to take them. Yeah. I think I did watch Death Play. Yes, this is this is the Ted Bundy bullshit.
Living in a one
Yeah.
bedroom.
The kind of girl that sort of you looked at twice and always wanted to get to know because
Shut the fuck up, bro. You're weird. You're weird for that. You're genuinely weird for that. All right. Oh, holy lag. Holy lag. All right, we're back. I'll make my way to the wow. Okay. So, first order of business is actually going to be getting coal and probably food. Oh, and maybe a shield. I don't know. Why is it so loud? Is it so loud for you guys too? I'm just... Hold on. Now it's too quiet. Okay. But anyway, unless you're searching for a video, how was your night? What did you have for dinner? Cause I know you eating good now, you know. But I still have a crab rangoon left. Hold on. Oh my god, holy idiot. Jesus, what a dumbass. I think there's like a huge delay right now. Big, massive delay in the stream. Huge. Love it. Chat, I think she's left again. It's okay. To all the chatters that aren't Sammy, and that's nobody. You can't find a good one. Oh. That's okay. I can just put something on. And then if it's bad, then we just go to the next one. You were looking at a deer. W deer. W deer in the chat. You're back now for real. You don't have to be. I'm just, you know. When you're here for 1 second and then gone, I'm kind of like, shit, do I like talk to you or pretend? Anyway, alright. Desperately need food. Alright. Anyway, let me just put on a thing that isn't message in a freaking bottle. Is that a decent one? Is that one gonna make me wanna... Oh.
For 12 long years, the murder of a young hospital worker went unsolved. Police had their suspicions, but little proof. But an old used tissue told a story far better than any eyewitness.
Yeah, I guess I can just put these episodes on and you can just tell me if it's ass or not, or boring, or whatever. Even if it's boring, I can try to find a way to make it interesting for you. But
from the moment she was born, Laura Wynn was fighting the odds.
She weighed 1 pound and 14 ounces, 3 months premature. But she was so determined to live that she made it, and they took her.
No.
Her home, and she was blind in one eye from the incubator at that time.
yeah, Chad, I don't fuck with
And she also
episodes
had
where
a paralysis
kids
on
are
her
dying.
right
I don't know
side.
about that.
As Laura grew up in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, she slowly overcame these physical challenges and emerged as a gifted student.
She worked that paralysis nearly completely out, and she never let that disability, blindness, ever hold her back from her desires of what she wanted to be and what she wanted to do.
Laura's dream was to work in healthcare, to help others as she had been helped.
Oh,
and she achieved that by becoming a hospital pharmacy technician.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. The people that she associated with there were pretty much her friends.
This one might be better. Just keep finding ones where it's a woman killing her
teacher
husband.
was found dead of a gunshot wound. Investigators believed it was an accident.
January 29th.
But an audio tape recorded by the victim just 3 days before his death raised
we've seen
serious
this one, we've seen
questions
this one,
that required answers.
I can't believe I just said those words. Fa! Damn it. Water hazard. W. Sammy in the chat.
You installed this?
Man,
Even
so,
had a few screws
since
left
y'all
over.
don't want to do it.
If it's important, it's not worth
Oh.
compromising. That's why with
Holy
farmers, you can
backslash.
get quality and
Sorry.
savings.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum,
Thank you, chatters, for
Honey.
finally saying it.
Mortgage Money 6 says we should keep renting.
Mortgage Money 6?
Reba says more realtor agents.
Oh my god. Alright. Water hazard, chat. Water hazard.
Investigators described it as a 1 in a million chance. A tiny manufacturing flaw on an envelope exposed a murderer who was willing to kill innocent victims to get at the one person he wanted dead.
Whoa. Okay. This is so much better, this intro music. I was glazing the other one, or I was glazing this one while I was listening to the newer episodes.
It was a typical Monday morning at the Transamerica Title Insurance Company in Tempe, Arizona. There were only 4 employees, all friends, who spent their workdays processing paperwork. 46-year-old Julie Williams had been working at Transamerica for 2 months.
She had gotten this new job. Things were going really well. For her, she was happy. When I talked to her on the phone, she always expressed how well things were going and how she was really starting to feel a sense of peace and joy in her life.
On a Monday morning around 9 a.m., Julie got a drink from the water cooler. After taking a sip, she said that her lips and tongue were burning and warned her co-workers not to drink the water.
She walks down to the bathroom. She goes into the bathroom, and the people are kind of worried about her.
The other employees were baffled.
She apparently drank freaking poison
out of the water cooler and tasted it, and it burned their mouths, and they had to spit it out.
Meanwhile, Julie never returned from the bathroom.
What?
She's in the stall. They can't open the door because basically her
Never?
body is against the door. Somebody has to crawl up over the stall or underneath the stall.
They found Julie unconscious, completely unresponsive. Paramedics arrived minutes later and rushed her to the hospital.
She was in a coma, and by that time we knew that that was pretty serious, and that the doctors were telling us we needed to get there quickly because they really weren't sure how bad this was.
At first, doctors thought Julie had suffered a massive stroke, but it was even worse.
MRI tests and the CAT scans and things like that were showing basically a flat line, which meant that she was brain dead, and we couldn't understand.
Doctors told Julie's 3 grown daughters she probably wouldn't survive.
Her heart was fine, her liver was fine, her kidneys were fine, and she could basically go on like this for who knows how long, but she was never going to wake up.
The hospital asked police to check on Transamerica's water supply.
When I went to the break room, there was an obvious odor that I could smell.
To toxicologists, this meant only one thing: cyanide.
People say, those who can smell it, and it is genetically controlled, that it smells like bitter almonds. About 40% of the population can't smell it.
As a precaution, everything inside the water cooler room was sent for testing.
On examining all the items that were in there, coffee cups, the coffee maker itself, the coffee creamer, just
Pause,
everything.
chat, pause. I need to go grab a water. Or something else. Maybe not water. Maybe it's Diet Coke. I don't know. Delicious water, chat. Delicious water. All right. Whoa, I love the crack of opening my water can. Okay. Sorry, I'm LARPing.
There appeared to be a crystalline.
Why am I saying LARPing so much? Holy shit.
Crystalline
Get a grab.
substance.
All right.
In all of these.
Investigators tested the substance with a chemical strip, and it turned blue.
Because what you're producing is Prussian blue, which is one of the forms of cyanide.
A gas chromatograph test confirmed the findings. Scientists also found a massive amount of cyanide in the office coffee pot.
Well, 5 grams
Really?
of pure cyanide, given as it is in total, is enough to kill probably about 25 people.
Yeah,
The
also,
water
Sammy, I
cooler
hope
alone
you're
had
doing
32
something else
grams
while
of
watching this,
pure
'cause this is just going to be me
cyanide, enough to
mining
kill
this whole
150
time,
people.
I think.
But who wanted to kill the employees of Transamerica Title Company? And why? 48 hours after Julie Williams ingested a massive amount of cyanide, her 3 daughters made the difficult decision to take her off life support.
But if you
There
want to
was
watch
nothing
me do
medical
this,
science could do.
you're more than welcome to.
That's a
Of
difficult
course.
decision. You're not ready to say goodbye as it is, and now suddenly you have to make the decision to end someone's life.
Investigators found the source of the cyanide Julie had ingested. It was in the office coffee pot and water cooler.
Would not have been difficult for all 4 people in that office to have been killed, because cyanide is really a strong poison. I mean, you know, they could have died before anyone figured out what happened.
Police questioned the 3 remaining employees in the Transamerica office. One of them, Diane Harry, made a startling admission.
Diane.
She said that she may have been the intended target. Diane said that a few nights earlier, she was drinking some Scotch whiskey at home with her husband, and it made her ill.
Okay.
She also told him that there was something wrong with the tea kettle. She tried to make coffee, and when she put the creamer in, it curdled.
Investigators tested the bottle of Scotch from the Harry's home and confirmed their suspicions. The bottle contained lethal amounts of cyanide.
Diane's freaking husband?
Don't just take classes. Take charge.
Or-
Start your
or
comeback
family?
today
I don't know.
at global.edu.
Who is talking to my ear
This
right
is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress.
Oh my God.
And it's designed to help you feel cool.
Diane's husband, Louis Harry, said he thought he knew who was responsible. He said it was Roy Fitzpatrick,
Roy?
a 43-year-old delivery man.
How did Roy get a hold of the Scotch?
The girl that Mr. Harry was now befriended.
Oh, I see.
Fitzpatrick's ex-girlfriend was 33-year-old Sharon Jones.
Well, I had
Am I supposed
dated
to know who
Mr.
that is?
Fitzpatrick briefly, and he would never accept no. He would stalk me, he would choke me, and he threatened to kill me if I started dating anyone else.
Oh.
Mr. Harry was very, very persistent that I go to get a restraining order against Mr. Fitzpatrick. He even went with me to the courthouse to get it done.
Sharon Jones
Quick
and
pause,
Louis Harry
quick pause,
then
quick pause.
realized
Sammy, have you heard about that movie called Obsession? Have you heard about that? It's apparently a horror movie, from what I see, but I don't know anything about it. Have we talked about this? I don't know. I think it's like in theaters right now, but I don't know if it's like good or not at all.
the restraining order backfired. It infuriated Fitzpatrick,
got
who
kinda popped
responded
into my mind, so
by
I figured
sending
I'd ask.
threatening letters to Louis Harry and his wife Diane.
Mr. Harry, describing the content of the letter, said that basically Roy Fitzpatrick was threatening him and his wife, and that they were getting increasingly more sinister.
The letters were laced with racial epithets. This one was sent to Diane Harry.
I am having a hard time overlooking your husband. I think I will take you away from him so that he can see how it feels.
And he wrote this to Louis.
You won't have to hurt for long.
Good reviews.
Because your ass is mine.
Investigators asked Roy Fitzpatrick if he sent the threatening letters.
I mean, whatever you
Initially,
say.
He denied it.
A day later, he recontacted me and came in and decided he wanted to tell me the truth, and admitted that he had sent letters to Mr. Harry.
I'm gonna go back
But
home and sleep.
Fitzpatrick
and then-
claimed he was angry with Louis Harry not because of the restraining order, but because he was sexually involved with his ex-girlfriend, Sharon Jones.
No!
I met Louis Harry in a club. I was in love with Mr. Harry. He had asked me to marry him. As soon as the divorce was through, he had said that we would get married.
Roy Fitzpatrick discovered this was all a lie.
Mr. Fitzpatrick followed Louis Harry home one night from my condo, and he called me within minutes of Mr. Harry leaving, stating that he was still married, the wife was still in a home, and that he wasn't going through any divorce.
When police confronted Louis Harry about the affair, he denied it. And Roy Fitzpatrick gave police one last piece of information. He admitted sending Louis and Diane Harry 4 threatening letters, but claimed that the 3 typewritten letters, the most incriminating, were forgeries. Investigators noticed that one of the typewritten letters was in an envelope with a distinctive flaw. The spot where the flaps met was offset. They didn't match up the way they were supposed to. Apparently,
What didn't match?
this
I'm
was
sorry.
a manufacturing.
God damn.
The spot where the flaps met was offset. They didn't match up the way they were supposed to.
Interesting.
Apparently, this was a manufacturing flaw.
When you've been in the business for any length of time, you know that this is a very significant find. And that, and especially in a murder case, this is going to be a very important piece of physical evidence.
God damn it.
On an envelope assembly line, blades slice through reams of paper, creating a form with 4 flaps. When the flaps are glued, the left and right ones are supposed to meet in the center of the envelope. In this case, the right flap overlapped the left.
These were coming down the assembly line. They were moving further and further out of whack the way they should be.
Investigators believed if they could find out who bought the flawed envelope, they would find the killer.
Maybe the
Police
mailman.
were investigating the cyanide death of
Am I crazy?
46-year-old Julie Williams and the attempted poisoning of her co-worker, Diane Harry. The prime suspect in the case, Roy Fitzpatrick, admitted sending Diane Harry and her husband Louis 4 threatening letters. But Fitzpatrick denied sending the 3 most incriminating ones.
I was skeptical.
Okay.
He said that he had done the first 4, but he'd given me something, but now he was just taking away the last 3 letters, and so it just caused more doubt and created some more issues that we were going to have to try to verify or confirm or not confirm.
But if Fitzpatrick didn't send these 3 typewritten letters, who did?
I don't know.
On a hunch, investigators got a warrant to search Louis Harry's office. He worked in the physical education department of a local community college.
It was interesting that they went to Mr. Harry's workplace and they took this big shelf that was in his office. It's like 5 or 6 feet long. That ended up going out to their expert out at ASU, Arizona State University.
Also in Louis Harry's wastepaper basket, they found a receipt from Chemonix, a local chemical company.
The label had warning information with regard to the use of cyanide.
No
But the receipt was signed by someone who identified himself as Charles Holly. He told the clerk he needed the cyanide for a college chemistry class.
Stay in control with next day delivery on most orders. For your shut-off valves, call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Right.
Sparkling Ice Flavor Lab, Stella speaking. Help me choose a sparkling ice. Oh, mini cans, perfect for school lunch if you have.
Forensic document examiner Bill Flynn was asked to compare this signature to Louis Harry's known signature.
The second letter in the name Holly is an ovate, round letter. It is also an ovate, round letter in Harry. And there's a very distinctive style that he used to move from the H into the next ovate
Dude, we
letter.
got the handwriting people again. Is it the same guy? No, it's not.
Move from the H into the next ovate.
Dude, I love a weird handwriting guy.
Both last names ended with a Y, and Flynn discovered that they were virtually identical, as were the H's at the beginning of each name.
For instance, the right side of the H in Holly is made with that rightward curving, clockwise rotation, circular movement on the H, which we saw is the characteristic that's replicated in Harry's own name.
Investigators went to the Chemonix company and showed the sales clerk a photo lineup. The clerk identified Louis Harry as the man who purchased the cyanide.
So she sold him
Bro is cooked.
cyanide under the Phoenix College account, and he assigned a different name to the receipt.
In Louis Harry's office,
I really gotta
investigators
invest in
found
that
an
soundboard.
open box of envelopes. When they looked at the ones left in the box, they found that 3 of them had the same defect as the one with the threatening letter.
In fact, it was a progressive and linear defect, meaning that you could see the progression, how the defect had enlarged as the envelopes had moved down the manufacturing line. Normally,
I wonder.
The people in post-production in the
I don't
quality
know.
control would have culled those out rather than put them into the box.
I was actually just amazed.
I wonder if I would have to
something
like
that would occur. It was
buy a
probably
whole
one in a
nother
million.
device
It just
for
would
it,
happen.
or if there was a way that I
This
could like
proved
hotkey it.
that Louis
To a
Harry
button I
sent
normally
himself
don't
at
ever
least
use.
one of the threatening letters, perhaps more.
And then it just kind of like plays.
And on the shelf in his office,
I don't know.
scientists found trace amounts of cyanide. But how did Louis Harry gain access to his wife's office building to poison the water?
A keycard system is used to gain access on weekends. You have to use a card to scan in to get into the door.
The office security system revealed someone entered the Transamerica office on the weekend before the poisoning.
The card that had been used was Diane Harry's, and had been used at 10:18 on that Saturday.
But Diane insisted she hadn't gone into the office that weekend.
Oh, fuck.
The information raised a question as, number one, who used the card?
Oh my God, my
and
pickaxe
it
is
obviously
gonna
made
break.
sense that if someone used the card that knew her, that person would also have access to the keys to the office.
No one reported seeing a woman enter the building that weekend. But a workman
don't
recalled
jump scare
seeing
me with that shit.
a man enter.
Okay.
The subject who had been there as a workman, an outside contractor, that had been there waiting to get inside the building.
Let me guess, he looks just like Lewis.
Sometime between 10 and 10:30, that African-American subject pulled up in a blue sports car, got out, was not very congenial, opened the door for him.
He wasn't able to actually identify him or pick him out of the lineup, but he remembered that the car had a tennis racket in the back seat. Mr. Harry had.
Did Lewis love tennis?
Racket. He played tennis all the time.
Yeah.
Louis Harry was arrested and charged with the murder of Julie
But I bet it
Williams
wasn't Lewis,
and the
huh?
attempted
But I bet it
murder of
wasn't
his
Lewis,
wife,
huh?
Diane. But why did he do it?
We're not even nearly at the end of the episode. Oh, we kind of are. Shit. Might be Lewis.
About a year after
Might be
Julie
Lewis,
Williams' murder, 32-year-old Louis Harry went on trial for murder and the attempted murder of his wife, Diane.
Yikes.
Prosecutors believe Louis was unhappy in his marriage to Diane, whom he had been married to for less than 3 years.
Dude.
Then one night in a bar, he met Sharon Jones, a student at the community college where he worked.
Not the student.
Initially, he misled Sharon by telling her he was separated.
It became serious very quickly, within 3 to 4 weeks.
Louis proposed marriage to Sharon while still living with his wife, Diane.
Whoa.
Sharon's ex-boyfriend, Roy Fitzpatrick, learned about a relationship with Louis Harry, grew angry, then mailed the threatening letters to Louis and his wife.
Ironically, they weren't fighting over me. I could see that then. I told them both. I said, you know what? This isn't because you want me. It's because of your egos.
These letters gave Louis what he believed to be the perfect alibi. He'd kill his wife with cyanide, pin the murder on Roy Fitzpatrick, then he'd be free to marry Sharon.
Yikes, bro.
He typed 3 more letters, even more incriminating than the originals, and mailed them to himself. But Louis used an envelope with a significant manufacturing flaw that tied him to those letters.
Damn.
Louis bought the cyanide in a local supply store using an alias, but forensic handwriting analysis concluded that Louis signed the receipt.
Dude. Louis, you're a
Louis
freaking
tried
idiot.
killing
dude.
his wife by putting cyanide in her alcoholic beverage, but she stopped drinking it because of its foul odor. He also
And this
put
scotch
cyanide
fucking
in her tea
sucks,
kettle.
Louis.
This too was unsuccessful.
God damn.
So
I know
that's
your
when
cheap ass bought
Louis
the cheap
decided
scotch.
to use his wife's security pass to put cyanide in the office water cooler and coffee pot. On Monday morning, Julie Williams was the first one to drink from the water cooler, and she ingested a massive dose of cyanide. She was an innocent victim of a marriage gone horribly wrong.
Damn.
And really glad that he'll never be able to hurt anybody else again. And really grateful for a system that protects its members from people who cannot control their own actions or who make bad choices in their life.
Our spending is on track. Yes, it is. Who knows how to fuck a girl? You do.
Are those your grandparents?
Yeah, we're so proud of you. So proud. We love you. They're happy tears, aren't they, Grandpa?
Whether you're a professional or
I swear to God, I didn't
just
get this
love
many
getting
ads when I
hands-on
first
with your
started
home
listening to this
projects.
stuff.
At the trial, Lewis's
Dude.
wife and his girlfriend
LAD.
sat together. Neither one thought he was capable
Sammy, do you have
of murder.
YouTube Premium?
Two girls would sit back there, the two ladies.
Can we
look
set
at
up a
me, give me
fucking
dirty looks,
like
and they were
account for that
supporters of
so
Louis
both of us
Harry.
can use it?
Prosecutors presented what they believed to be a possible financial motive as well.
Is that a thing?
Diane Harry had the life insurance policy for $75,000.
Sammy, if I make a single,
And he was the beneficiary.
if I make a single cent from doing this social media thing, the first thing I'll do is buy YouTube Premium with like a what would it require? Probably like a family pass or some shit.
Died, he was the beneficiary. He
Immediately.
would have gotten that money.
And then I'll
Louis
just
Harry
give you
was
the link to
tried
sign
and
into my
convicted
YouTube.
of first-degree murder and 4 counts of
Or
attempted
the
murder.
password, whatever.
He was sentenced to life in prison.
You know.
After almost 2 decades, his girlfriend
And that's a
was finally
promise.
convinced of his guilt.
As you say, this
Mr.
is all
Harry did
recorded,
a very
therefore it's
horrendous thing.
set
I
in
tried
stone.
to forgive him, and I can't. I still
Ad
can't forgive
free.
him.
It's a
Diane
need.
Harry's brother went into her attic, found more cyanide. I think it was only at that time that she realized that had been trying to kill her.
Louis Harry is now in the Arizona State Prison complex. During a recent telephone interview, he still maintains his innocence.
I'm very sorry for Julie Williams' family, for them to have gone through this. As far as the actual crime itself, I didn't commit the crime, so it's kind of hard to have remorse for
Ad-free
something
forensic
that
files would be fire.
I didn't do.
Investigators believe the evidence proves the exact opposite. The handwriting, the flawed envelopes, the eyewitness, and cyanide particles in his office all indicate that Louis Harry was prepared to do anything to end his marriage, even if it meant killing others to do it.
That's
It would
crazy.
have been much more difficult to obtain a conviction without the evidence of the matching envelopes and without the handwriting.
Bro got cooked by
comparison.
envelopes too.
A work of art. It
That's
started,
so insane.
It grew, and then it came to a completion, and it was all there. There was nothing they could dispute. I don't care what defense they brought up, we defeated all of them.
Man. There are no coincidences in this show. Like, ever. It's kind of crazy. Nobody ever, sees that these, envelopes are different. Like, oh, the ones sent by Roy are a different kind than these next 3 that are significantly worse. No, he just must have used a different type of envelope. Nobody ever thinks that in this kind of job. And I think it's really interesting. There's one called it Just Desserts. Is that a cool one? Sounds like what I eat, low key.
An ex-convict was suspected of a brutal double homicide because...
Does bro get cooked by what? Shattered innocence? Okie dokie. Oh, I just look up Shattered Innocence and it's a... Hold on. Here we go.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
Well, we don't, I guess.
So as a simple...
Skip. Thank you. We'll go Just Desserts next. Just Desserts next.
There was a break-in and a murder.
I think my dad's been shot. What do you mean? What happened? A shot rang out in the room.
It looked like an execution.
My first thought was, this was a hit.
Until a closer look at the forensic evidence revealed the truth.
That was definitely a stage scene.
Yeah, you know what? This is a banger. this is a bank. Not that I doubted you ever, but like I get it. Like I get it.
One of the best defense lawyers in San Antonio, Texas, was Leslie Vaughn.
Leslie was a workaholic. If you know anything about guys who try to reach that status of perfectionism, Leslie was a perfectionist. He really was.
Not surprisingly,
certified,
as a
genuinely.
defense attorney, Vaughn's practice also included problem clients.
He did have clients involved in the drug trade. He did have clients that were identified themselves with different, organized crime groups.
On the night of November 10th, 1998, Leslie's wife was working the night shift as a nurse at the local hospital. Leslie and his 2 sons were home that night. Around 1:30 a.m., 16-year-old Brian said he heard a loud bang coming from his father's bedroom. When he tried to get in, he discovered the door was locked.
He hears some more alarming noises in the nature of gurgling or breathing. He can't get into his dad's room, and that concerns him.
In a panic, Brian
As
called
it should.
911.
This is 911. What is your emergency? I think my dad's been shot. What do you mean? What happened? 1:30 or so. A shot went out. Upstairs in his room, right? But the door's locked. Have you heard from him? A shot rang out in the room. I cannot get in the bedroom. The door's locked.
After the call, Brian took his 11-year-old brother to his neighbor's house.
He indicated there might have been, maybe somebody in the house, and that's why he was getting his brother out, to make sure that his brother didn't get hurt.
When paramedics arrived, they broke down the bedroom door and found Leslie Vaughn dead.
Damn.
There was a single gunshot wound to his head. There was a large limestone rock on the bedroom floor and a broken window, the killer's apparent point of entry.
The French doors opened to a balcony, and one of the doors had a very large gaping hole in it. Someone had thrown a rock through the doors, and the size of the breakout in the glass could accommodate a grown person walking in and out through that opening.
So right off the bat, I was pretty sure that we were dealing with a murder scene.
There was a spent shell casing on the floor, and the spent bullet was found in the pillow under Vaughn's head.
The bullet had 6 grooves with a right twist, which would commonly indicate a Smith & Wesson semi-automatic 9mm handgun.
But the motive for the murder
knowledge
was unclear.
The television was on. There was a remote control still intact. There was no indications of drawers open where somebody ransacked, was searching for something, whether it be jewelry, money. So there was no indications at all of a burglary.
Leslie Vaughn was just 44 years old.
My first thought was, this was a hit.
Just a day earlier, a federal prosecutor overheard Vaughn say he feared he would be targeted for violence. That's sometimes the risk you take when you lose a case for a client who happens to be a drug dealer.
What went through my mind is that rumors were that maybe it was a client, a disgruntled client, somebody who's mad at him.
Homicide detective Alfred Damiani broke the news to Leslie's wife, Madeline.
I've made lots of those notifications, and after the initial gasp and shock, then it's how did it happen? And she never ever asked that.
And they found another surprise on the 911 call.
What's the surprise?
At Leslie Vaughn's funeral, prosecutors and law enforcement came together with drug dealers and felons to mourn his death.
You had these grown men that by society standards, they are thugs, but they were actually reduced to tears because Leslie Vaughn was in that box, about to be put in the ground.
Damn.
In a search for the killer, the Vaughn family told police they were getting harassing telephone calls in the weeks leading up to the murder.
The family had been receiving calls that you'd pick the phone up, nobody would say anything. They were basically just dead air.
Unfortunately, phone records couldn't determine the origin of the calls.
Oh.
For investigators, Their first task was to eliminate the victim's wife, Madeline, as a possible suspect.
Good call. Good call.
Hospital records confirmed she was working on the night of the murder and had never left the premises.
Madeline she was grieving, she was stunned, she was in shock. She was all of the things that you would expect her to be.
And remember, I showed you the pictures of Leslie and Madeline, and they look real happy. Did that look like a picture of somebody knocking each other out? I mean, that's what I saw.
On the night of the murder, as
People
a matter
can
of
fake a
routine,
smile, I'm
police
sorry.
swabbed Brian
I'm sorry to
Vaughn's
tell
hands
you.
for gunshot residue, since he was in the house when the crime occurred.
Not saying that it was his wife, but seriously, come on.
That are left behind when a gun is fired. If a person fired a weapon within a 24-hour period, it is very likely that I will be able to find gunshot residue.
He will be able to find. Just him.
For trusted products,
I can do it.
Anchor,
because I am the goat of this shit.
Granger.
That is what he's saying.
Call, click, or just stop by.
So this is my shit.
It was an accident.
Oh my god.
But under the scanning electron microscope, magnified up to 10,000 times, the tests on Brian's hands were negative. Investigators suspected the killer somehow climbed up to a second-floor balcony, broke through the French doors, and then shot Vaughn in the head with a 9mm gun.
And then got the hell out. Huh.
The balcony was about 15 feet from the ground.
This is a balcony without access to the ground level. There's no stairway, and there's no other way to access this balcony except through those doors.
I think someone could have scaled that balcony. I would say that someone who did that would have to be pretty fit, in pretty good shape. I don't think it would have been an easy thing to do necessarily, but it could be done.
But when investigators looked at the dirt below the balcony, they couldn't find any evidence of a ladder or even any foot impressions, despite 3 days of constant rain.
Really?
How did this person get up here? How did this person climb up here and get up to the second floor of this wooden deck?
That's what I'm wondering.
And gain entry to this residence?
If the ground had been disturbed by heavy footprints or a ladder or some sort of equipment, it should have shown up in the soil.
And investigators felt it would have been impossible to throw the rock from the yard. It weighed close to 10 pounds.
That person had to be very strong to be able to throw that rock from the bottom floor and make it go right through that glass.
So they need a
We found
jacked
no
human.
evidence that there was any activity, anybody walking
That's what they're
around
saying
back
right
there.
now.
Absolutely no evidence of it.
And investigators found another inconsistency. There was broken glass all over the bedroom floor and all over Leslie Vaughn's body as well.
The rock that was thrown through that window didn't even faze him and didn't even wake him up.
It was me, guys. It was me.
The guy was probably dead already.
Sorry.
Toxicology tests found no drugs or alcohol in Leslie Vaughn's system, so there was no evidence he was unconscious before he was killed.
Also,
Next,
okay, wait. Can I say
investigators
something just as a? If me sending you like workout progress pictures ever gets like weird or too much, please tell me. I will send you sunburn photos though, no matter where it is, because that is so funny to me. Unless you're just like instantly gonna call me a tomato, then I'll kind of, whatever.
The rock
But
to the forensic lab for testing.
I talked to a scientist and asked
Sammy,
him
the
if
day
there was
that I
a
get
process
perfect
which he planned
aesthetic
to use
abs,
to,
you will know about
attempt
it.
to-
I'm sorry.
to raise
You'll be the
these,
only
weight
person that I
prints.
can tell
The
about
process is called
and
super
actually
glue
care.
fuming.
You
Heated
can call me a
super glue
tomato. That's
produces
fine.
fumes that adhere to a fingerprint, and the
Yep, yep.
adhesion is greiter than fingerprint powder.
You want to preserve anything that is on that rock as far as latent prints or fingerprints. You want to make sure that there's no
Don't-
way by using a brush that it's going to come off.
Yeah, fuck your parentheses. Hold on. W other chatter.
Unfortunately,
Whoever said
the
that,
surface of the rock was too jagged.
you're genuinely
The test
correct.
was
You're genuinely
unsuccessful.
correct.
Then investigators found an inconsistency in Brian Vaughn's story. Brian called 911 to report
Wait, what
the
happened?
shooting
What happened in
at
the story? I'm sorry.
1:46
Hold on.
Successful. Fortunately, The surface of the rock was too jagged. The test was unsuccessful. Then investigators found an inconsistency.
Oh, wait.
in Brian Vaughan's-
Hold on. I just said will never happen. Oh, fuck me. Wait. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. That's so my bad. Hold on. I'm fixing it. This is like, there we go. Oi! that's how I'm reading exactly what you just said, Sammy. It really be your own people. If there is anybody that will believe in you in the gym, it's me. Okay? Trust. Always. Really be around people. Alright. Shit, I guess. Not on purpose, though.
Story. Brian called 911 to report the shooting at 1:46 a.m.
What's your last name? Vaughn. Is anybody else there with you? I sent my brother down the street to a neighbor's house.
Yo.
But Brian
Sorry,
took his
I'm
brother
just
to
gonna
his
keep
neighbor's
pausing because
house
I'm a
20
fucking
minutes
idiot.
earlier.
Y'all know King Von? Sammy, you know King Von? That guy's a murderer. King Von is dead ass a murderer. He's a rapper, and he's one of those rappers that is like taking advantage of the apparently the law that if you essentially confess to murder, but as long as it's in a song, it's not it can't be legally used as evidence in a murder case. Because he used like specific wording and placements of where he killed people, and they actually lined up to real life events, but because he used it in a song, they couldn't like convict him of it or something. I think he's in jail like now, maybe. But that's what I heard about it. Yeah. Oh my god. Baby zombies, literally doing to myself. Okay. Yeah, you can look it up. I might be wrong, but like that's what I remember hearing about a King Von. And he's also totally a murderer.
At 1:24.
Brian told the Floyds that he had already placed a 911 call and that he was going back to the house to wait for the police.
Oh, when I asked both Mr. and Mrs. Floyd what time it was, they both told me it was exactly 1:24 a.m. according to this clock that they had in the bedroom.
Brian arrived at the Floyd's house at 1:24 a.m. Did not call 911 until 1:46.
Uh-oh.
What was Brian doing for these 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
If I am wrong about that, let me know. But that's really all I know about King Von. And the last name. Okay, what is this fucking ad? And that's all I know about the name Vaughn, you know.
There were only 3 people in the house on the night of Leslie Vaughn's murder, the victim and his 2 sons. A background check revealed 16-year-old Brian had a previous arrest.
He got into an argument with one of the security guards there at the bowling alley, who actually was an off-duty Dare County Sheriff's deputy. And in that altercation, he ended up striking this deputy and, in fact, fleeing, like evading from the scene. And those were pending charges at the time that Leslie was murdered.
Investigators also learned that Brian's car caught on fire 3 months before his father's murder. The origin was suspicious.
There was an emergency call, the vehicle was totaled and had to be put out. There's some question as to whether or not Brian was responsible for starting that fire or being there when the fire started.
Whether Leslie Vaughn suspected this or not is unclear, but he offered to buy Brian a used car to replace the one ruined in the fire. Apparently, Brian wanted a new one. A car salesman told police he witnessed a heated argument between the two on the afternoon of the murder.
His academic grades were poor, which is the reason why his father wouldn't buy him the car in the first place.
According to Brian's younger brother, Chris, the argument continued when they got home up until the early evening hours of the night of the murder. According to Chris, Brian retaliated by threatening to quit his high school basketball team, relinquishing any chance of a college scholarship.
In Chris's statement, he said that it was heated exchange between him and his father in Brian Vaughn's bedroom, and that this thing occurred about 11:30 at night.
Investigators dusted the entire bedroom for fingerprints and found no foreign prints, only those of family members. But on the French door with the broken window, investigators found only one set of prints. Brian's.
No!
To have your own prints in your own house is not that significant, but given the fact that we have this story about what happens and the door is really clean otherwise, it's just one more piece to the puzzle.
Investigators found shards of glass in the hallway outside the bedroom leading towards the bathroom. It was easy to see it was from the killer.
There's some trace evidence, some transferred blood and tissue to a wall right next to the door that exits the bedroom, and that's significant.
We followed the glass shards to the bathroom, and then inside of the bathroom, we found an additional glass shard, and then we found 2 black hairs in the sink area.
All of the hairs from that bathroom were sent to the forensic lab for analysis.
These hairs had a very clumped, a very dense pigmentation pattern. They were short, they were semicircular. They contained overall characteristics that followed and fell into the footsteps of what one would conclude as being a negroid hair.
Finally, investigators listened to the entire conversation between Brian and the 911 operator on the night of the murder. Brian said his father's bedroom door was locked, but he told the operator one small detail that only the killer
I like the way
would
you say
know.
that.
I think my dad's been shot. I'm calling
Detail.
him. No answer. He's on bleeding around his mouth area. Okay, did you go inside the bedroom? I can't. The door's locked.
Oh!
Bleeding from the mouth area.
Holy slip up. Holy slip up.
Go inside the bedroom? He's on bleeding. I think my dad's been shot. I'm calling him. No answer. He's on bleeding around his mouth area. Okay, did you go inside the bedroom?
Holy blunder. Holy blunder.
A shot rang out in the
Bro,
room.
the operator even clocked his shit. The operator clocked his shit.
Okay, you're telling me you can't get into the bedroom, right?
No way!
The door's locked. So how do you know he's bleeding from the mouth? I don't know that.
There is no way.
Oh my god, bro is cooked. How did they make it this far?
Way that Brian Vaughn would have known that his dad had been shot if the door was locked.
Nobody heard
and
this?
He could not gain entry.
The
Before-
biggest evidence against Brian Vaughn was Brian Vaughn. Okay, he was his worst evidence.
Oh my god.
Investigators
Bro,
suspected
said
that
you
Brian
played
used
yourself.
a 9mm
Oh my
gun
god.
from his father's own collection.
We believe from talking to his friends and his office manager that he would have had a gun in his nightside table. And on the night of the murder, no gun was found there. We understood that he has had 9mm guns in the past as well, and Leslie was killed with a 9mm. The gun was, in this case, though, never found. Was never found.
Finally, investigators interviewed the only other person inside the house at the time of the murder, Brian's younger brother, Chris.
We asked Chris, would Brian kill your dad? And Chris answered, I don't know.
Oh.
We asked him, could Brian kill your dad? I don't know. He's very athletic, but I don't know if he could. Would he kill your dad? I don't know. Which is an unusual response as opposed to no, he wouldn't do it, no, he couldn't do it, no, he would never do it.
Brian Vaughn was arrested and charged with his father's murder. But would the jury convict on so little evidence?
Dude,
3 months
you gotta,
before Leslie
if
Vaughn's
that's not
murder,
enough, I don't know.
prosecutors believe that his son Brian may have set fire to his car as a ploy to get a new one. But his father refused, offering to buy him a used car instead. Apparently, they fought about this and other issues like his
Over a
grades
car?
in school and how he was jeopardizing his chances for an athletic scholarship to college.
God,
According to Chris Vaughn, the two argued until close to 11:30 on the night of the murder. Prosecutors believe Brian waited until his father went to sleep. Then woke his little brother and took him to the neighbor's house.
Oh, wow.
He told his neighbors that he heard a noise from his father's bedroom and that it might have been a gunshot. He said he already called 911.
Oh, brother.
But that was a lie.
Oh, damn.
Prosecutors believe he used the time to return home and shoot his father in the head.
That's crazy.
To create the illusion this was committed by an intruder, Brian went out on the balcony and threw the rock through the window. The glass landed on top of his father's body, proof that this happened after he was dead. The evidence suggests Brian locked the bedroom door and tracked shards of glass through the hallway on his way to the bathroom to clean up.
Dude.
Where he disposed of the murder weapon and his bloody clothing is unknown.
We got a few minutes left. I can yap. Look. If you're gonna do this in GTA or in Minecraft, how do they all keep fucking up the cleanup? Like, it's just insane. Can I say that? In GTA. In GTA. Or in Minecraft, I don't care. Every single one of these cases where it's like a inside job-esque story, all of the evidence is just left behind because of, like, carelessness. Bro left shards on the shards of glass on the floor when he went to the bathroom to go clean up. Are we dead ass? Bro didn't think about how much glass gets in everything once it's shattered. It's like, I don't know. These are, you know, murderers. They're crazy people, so I guess they don't have the kind of brain to think through that stuff unless they're like, you know, the methodical psychopath kind of thing. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ban that guy. As much as I love that... Yeah, no, I'm good. As much as not the murderer thing. As much as I love streamboo.com, I'm just going to continue to ban those guys. Anyway, let's continue the story. I'm done yapping.
22 minutes after taking his brother to the neighbors, Brian...
It was about streamboo.com, yeah.
Finally called 911. The call was full of inconsistencies.
He's bleeding around his mouth area. Okay, did you go inside the bedroom? I can't, the door's locked. Okay, so how do you know he's bleeding from the mouth area?
In January of 2000, Brian Vaughn went on trial for the murder of his father. and he was tried as an adult.
Well,
I don't think that you can be in your right mind to pull off something as horrendous as that was if you were in your right mind. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's what I feel. You cannot tell me that he was in his right mind if he pulled that trigger.
The H2 Pro system separates clean and dirty water. The H2 Pro from O Cedar.
Oh my God. L ads in the chat. Holy shit. Give me 2 seconds. One of these days, I'm actually accidentally going to send one of these texts to you, Sammy. And you have to pretend to be cool about it. Okay? the texts from my parents. Because sometimes I just, like, go to the first like, thing in the row of messages.
The defense said
you just
an
gotta
intruder committed the murder.
Not clown
but the
me.
lack of mud
That's
on the
all I
balcony
ask.
outside the bedroom made it
Okay.
clear that the shooter came from inside the house. And Brian's fingerprints were the only ones on the broken French door. Brian also lied about the 911 call and clearly knew information only the killer would know. The jury found Brian Vaughn guilty.
With the jury assessed the punishment of the defendant, Brian Vaughn, at confinement for 33 years.
He'll be eligible for parole in 2017.
If Leslie Vaughn was here, he would ask the prosecutors to go lenient on his son. I believe that. All fathers would. But we could not fathom our children doing something as horrendous as that to us, period.
He got a gun, he snuck up on his dad while his dad was sleeping, he put it to his back of his dad's head, and he blew his brains out, basically. Yeah, I think he belongs in the penitentiary.
He was really a star athlete, and this is a kid that probably would have figured out a way to do well enough in school to graduate from high school, and probably would have had a college career playing basketball, and probably would have had the time of his life. And instead, he's spending his life in jail.
Few people can imagine a child killing a parent. But the evidence at the scene and evidence missing from the scene clearly showed what happened.
Few people can imagine it, but guess who fantasizes it? Fucking Skip Hollandsworth, chat. Fuck that guy. Jesus. L Skip in the chat. Fuck
This
that
is such
guy.
an unusual case in that
Holy creepy.
Forensics played a big role in this, but not in the normal sense. The lack of it, in some ways, was kind of compelling.
It is something that he probably just thought of either days before or that night just planned it, but he slipped and he wasn't able to cover his tracks.
He provided all the necessary pieces to convict him. And in fact, he provided evidence that was so strong, you could not find him not guilty.
Yeah.
It takes days and weeks of investigation, okay? It takes lives that you destroy. And you don't realize that when you're pulling the trigger, because once you pull that trigger, you can't take that bullet back.
Is that the episode? They didn't
Cover
play.
your
They didn't
hands.
play the outro music.
Reduce the risk.
Wait.
Get products.
Oh yeah, that was the end. Okay. Just desserts next, unless Sammy has another one up. But we'll do just desserts, and if she has another one, then we'll do that next.
An ex-convict was suspected of a brutal double homicide because his driver's license was found at the scene. In the
Brother.
past, This might have been enough for a conviction, but a dish of ice cream pointed investigators in a different direction.
You're gonna go to bed. You're gonna go to bed. On your way to work. I got you. No pressure. No pressure if you haven't. How much of Subnautica have you watched? If you're still here. If you're still here. I got you. W number one supporter. But anyway, you rewatched episode 2. Well, shit, I gotta like start streaming more if you're rewatching episodes. Damn, my bad. Shit, I don't know. Oh wait, there genuinely might just be like videos that I haven't uploaded yet. I have like some video files that I think I just haven't uploaded. I'll get on that after I end stream, which might be fairly soon here, especially if you're leaving. I'll listen to Just Desserts. Maybe I'll listen to a few more. But yeah. I'll work on uploading those so that you have some entertainment. I mean, hey, you know, think about it this way. You get to sit at your job and make bank, and then you get all of the benefits of my job in your phone every few hours. They're all of the beautiful visuals of my job. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I will keep sending you pictures. I'm not sorry, unfortunately. Sometime I'll start the Instagram. But yes. Well, I will try to keep it consistent. We are growing flowers. There's some flowers growing. So that's low-key, not even joking, that's going to be next, probably. Or I'll get pictures of turtles. I can get some pictures of turtles. Trust. W flowers. Exactly. Oh, okay, I almost took pictures of them, but I was around too many people when I was around the iris. They would have looked at me weird. But do you remember us looking at iris on campus? They had like a prairie full of it. It was super cool. But when I was there, I will get a picture of it tomorrow. Trust. Or something. I'll get something tomorrow. While you're in your meetings, you can look at your phone and be like, oh my god. I wish I was just a fly on Thomas's shoulder the whole time. That didn't have to do any of the work, but I could just watch and look at all the cool things. That's kind of what I wish I did. So I don't blame you if that's exactly how you feel. But it is, yeah. It's a good life. It would have been a good life, or could be a good life. Man, I should have tried to be the social media manager for my for this job, so that I could like stream it. Wouldn't that be cool? I could like find some way to get a camera like hooked up to my back so that it's just like hanging around the whole time. I'm just trying to find ways to implement streaming into every single thing I do in a day. But I gotta stop. Especially if someday I get recognized or something. That would be crazy. But anyway, that probably won't happen, but I will keep sending you pictures of all the cool things I see. Maybe even the boring things. I don't know. I'll send you pictures if I feel like you'll like them. Or won't like them, you know. Like that free candy truck that I totally didn't go into. Kidding. I did see that, though, and that was actually crazy. That was actually insane to me, but... lame. Oh my god. I can't catch a break, chat. But, yes. Yeah. Go to bed, you know. I will, or don't. I'll be here listening to a guy that got cooked by eating ice cream. Good night. Talk to you later. That's crazy. W outro. But we're not ending stream anytime super soon. Probably like 10, 15. We'll see. I don't know. With like a stream like this, I feel like I have to be extra personally entertaining because the gameplay is not it, gameplay wise, or just like entertainment wise. But if you're into the satisfaction part, like I kind of am of Minecraft, except for like the breaking tools every 5 minutes, this is quite satisfying to the right person. Like if y'all are into the game Power Wash Simulator, y'all get it. Y'all get it. Best game to play when you want to force yourself to think. I don't know. I always play that game when I'm like really like stressed or like in a bad state of mind, because like I always play it and it's so strangely soothing, because like a power washer in real life is like loud and annoying as fuck because it's like usually coming out of a massive gas engine or some shit like that, but in the game it's just like a peaceful hiss, you know, of the sprayer or whatever. And it just like somehow stimulates my brain into being able to like just think through everything of like why I'm feeling this way, why, you know, why whatever. And I'm just able to like think through my whole brain process of why I am feeling the way I'm feeling. And then it, for me at least, knowing the root cause of that kind of stuff quite quickly reduces its effect on me. I don't know if that's for everybody or just for me, but that is the effect that Power Wash Simulator has on my brain. I don't know why, I don't know how, but yeah. But that does not always mean that because I used to make this claim. I used to say that I only played Power Wash Simulator when I was depressed. And that's not true. Technically. Not anymore, at least. Because it is just a great way for me to just play a game and chill out. And not have any kind of, like, conflicts or anything. It's, like, the most, like, genuinely, without trying to be super funny. You know what? That's my whole fucking life on this stream. It is, like, the most low cortisol game you could ever play. sure, there's lore and there's like a meteor or a volcano erupting or whatever the hell. But like it's genuinely so chill all the time. Why am I sleeping on the floor? Are y'all seeing this? Okay. Great. But yeah, that's how I feel about Power Wash Simulator. And then this is kind of like a worse version of it because it takes way longer. But the building aspect of Minecraft is like, it's so therapeutic for me, especially with like these big jobs. As long as I stay committed to it, these are like the most fulfilling things for me in games, is these massive structures that I just like have an idea for, and I'm just like, I really hope it works, you know? I hope it's semi-achievable in survival, and I hope it doesn't look like shit in the end. That's kind of... And if it looks good, it was really achievable and didn't take me super long to the point where I'm just like, I give up, I can't do this. That's like one of my best, or one of my favorite feelings. And I think that's just like accomplishment in general. But in video game form, that is one of my favorite feelings. Definitely. Anyway, enough about me. Let's go back to Forensic Files. This kind of thing is why I need a new monitor, because every time I switch tabs, it lags. Like, I can see it on my own stream. But, hey, it's okay. I'm actually... So sorry, chat. I'm actually gonna go get water this time. If y'all saw me limping, getting up from this chair, no, you didn't.
On the day before Thanksgiving in 2003, a St. Petersburg, Florida shop owner noticed a Jeep near his store.
It had blood and it had all kind of things inside of it. It had a purse inside of it. The seatbelt was hanging out, and just a lot of things you could tell it wasn't right.
The right front windshield was shattered, and we found a purse with contents and identification and money and so forth relating to the female passenger.
The Jeep belonged to Richard and Carla Van Dusen. Carla's cell phone was found on the front seat. Just a half-mile away, neighbors called police to report 2 dead bodies on the road outside their home. They were identified as Richard and Carla Van Dusen.
Richard was laying face down in the dirt of the driveway, and Carla was laying on her side. Both had been shot in the head, and we later learned through an autopsy that Carla had also been stabbed.
Richard and Carla had been married for 3 years. They had 3 grown children from
Wait, I'm sorry, did
previous
Richard
marriages.
die too? Hold on.
Years. Carla had also the driveway, and Carla was laying on her side. Both had been shot
Oh, damn.
in the head, and we later learned through an autopsy that Carla had also been stabbed.
Damn.
Richard and Carla had been married for 3 years. They had 3 grown children from previous marriages.
My son, he said, they're dead. And I said, did they have an accident? And I said, are you sure? Several times I asked him if he was sure. And then he told me that they had been found and that they had been murdered. And I don't even remember after that.
Investigators had 2 crime scenes, the Jeep and the area where the bodies were found. Based on the evidence and the location of the bodies, Investigators think that the killer was someone the Van Duzens knew.
I mean,
we felt that there probably was a third party involved
Most
in the
likely.
vehicle with them.
Yeah. Oh, in the vehicle.
Richard
That's-
Van Duzen
okay.
is forced out of his car at gunpoint and feel that he's certainly killed outside of the car. Carla Van Duzen is shot while seated in the car.
Damn.
It looked like Carla saw what was happening, turned her head, lifted her left hand, and the bullet went through the windshield, her hand, and into her head. Later, the killer cut her seatbelt and removed her body from the Jeep. Investigators believe the killer then drove the Jeep a half-mile away and abandoned it. On the ground near the Jeep, police found a Florida driver's license. It belonged to someone named Henry Sullivan.
Henry,
Learned that, Mr. Sullivan
brother,
had a
what the fuck?
comparatively extensive criminal arrest record, from narcotics to crimes against persons, battery and aggravated battery, probation violations. He had a reasonably extensive record.
When police went to Henry Sullivan's apartment, they found a vintage red 1971 Chevrolet Cheyenne pickup truck parked outside his apartment.
Was that
Incredibly,
Richard's?
the truck belonged to the murder victims, Richard and Carla Van Duzen.
It was completely restored.
What
It was
an
a classic
idiot.
truck. It was a definite eye catcher, and in fact, what I would describe as one-of-a-kind pickup truck.
Right.
When questioned, Henry Sullivan denied any involvement in the murders. With his driver's license found at the crime scene, it looked like an open and shut case.
But it must
But
not
it
be.
was just the beginning.
Huh. Okay.
Friends and
I
family
hate
couldn't
when they do
believe
that
that Richard
church.
and Carla Van Duzen were murdered. Richard was a copy machine sales manager whose hobby was collecting antique cars. Carla was a courtroom reporter. On weekends, she worked as a clown, entertaining sick children at local hospitals.
Oh, W.
They were pretty well known in the community. They lived in a small beach town outside of St. Petersburg called Tierra Verde. Very beautiful sugar sand beaches.
The prime suspect was 32-year-old Henry Sullivan. He couldn't explain why his driver's license was found near the Van Duzen's abandoned Jeep and insisted he was innocent.
Sullivan said, you know, I lose my IDs all the time. In
Right.
fact, I just lost one, you know, a couple weeks before you came to interview me.
You just be losing those
The
at crime
driver's
scenes,
license
huh?
was dusted for fingerprints. None were found. Police also looked for fingerprints inside the Van Duzen's Jeep, especially on the seatbelt.
After having applied an
Oh.
anhydride to the seatbelt and allowing it to dry completely, I re-examined that seatbelt for the presence of fingerprints and found none.
None.
But the killer left behind one piece of evidence, a 9mm bullet found on the floor of the victim's Jeep. When investigators searched Henry Sullivan's apartment, they found a 9mm pistol.
Yep.
Investigators found that
Checks
Sullivan
out.
was in possession of two 9mm pistols, and that matched with the murder weapon that investigators had been looking for.
One was inoperable. The other 9mm handgun was test-fired into a tank of water.
Okay.
That bullet was microscopically compared to the 9mm slug found in the Van Duzen's Jeep. Analyst Erica Henderson carefully examined the distinctive marks called lands and grooves, made when each bullet goes through the barrel of the gun.
When you look down the barrel of a firearm, you will see the ridges and valleys. These ridges and valleys, once a bullet is fired, will be imparted on the bullet. So the bullet will also have these ridges and valleys.
Lands
The
and
test
grooves,
bullet
ridges and
and
valleys.
the one from the
whatever.
crime scene were turned repeatedly as Henderson checked and rechecked the markings.
I just work the evidence. So I try to have tunnel vision because I don't want anybody ever to come around and say, you know, you have a biased opinion.
But the results showed that Henry Sullivan's gun was not the murder weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Crime scene analysts then turned their attention to the Van Duzen's classic red pickup truck found behind Henry Sullivan's apartment. As they examined the vehicle, there was another bizarre incident in this already unusual investigation.
How's that?
We are approached by a white male subject who identifies himself as William DeParvin, who announces himself to us as the owner of the truck and said that he had purchased it the day previous.
Oh, brother.
DeParvin lived in the same apartment building as Henry Sullivan, and he said he bought the truck from the Van Duzens just the day before. He said the Van Duzens placed an ad for the truck in the local newspaper. DeParvin went to look at the truck, bought it, and said the Van Duzens later delivered it to his apartment. He said he paid them $6,500 for it, and when they left, he never saw them again.
His approach to us was very upfront and forward.
Wow.
He was quite conversational, and he didn't appear to be defensive or belligerent or anything of the sort.
Most of DeParvin's story could be corroborated, but there were several discrepancies.
What's he doing with a bill of sale for $6,500 when Van Duzen's telling a co-worker the day before he's found a buyer for $13,500? Now, that just tells us there's something not right here.
DeParvin said the Van Duzens left his apartment around 5:30. But Carla Van Duzen called her mother at 6:37 p.m. with information that contradicted that.
The night that they were killed, I got a phone call from Carla, and she was very excited. She said, yeah, I'm in the car. I'm driving behind Rick and the guy that bought the truck because he knows where to get the paperwork.
Oh.
Although Carla never mentioned the buyer's name, the call placed the buyer, presumably DeParvin, in the pickup truck with Richard Van Duzen, an hour after DeParvin said they left his apartment.
It just kind of went through my mind as to what is the hurry, that you have to go out at night to get this paperwork done.
DeParvin denied he was the man in the pickup truck with Richard Van Duzen.
Homicide, Keen speaking.
A background check revealed this wasn't DeParvin's first brush with the law.
We found that Mr. DeParvin had an extensive felony arrest record and that he had just been released from prison and was on probation.
DeParvin had just served 9 years on a weapons possession charge. And Henry Sullivan was still a suspect.
We still have the Henry Sullivan angle, and also we don't lose sight of the fact that there may be an unknown perpetrator involved in this crime. There may be something else completely unrelated to the sale of the pickup involved.
Based on DNA testing and blood spatter analysis, investigators believe Richard Van Duzen was pulled from his Jeep and shot outside the vehicle. His wife, Carla, was sitting in the passenger seat and was shot through the windshield. But on the steering wheel, investigators found blood, which did not come from Carla or Richard.
The samples that were tested from the steering wheel were consistent with being human blood. Those samples were tested to develop a DNA profile.
Perhaps the killer nicked his hand while cutting the seatbelt to remove Carla's body, and the blood dripped onto the steering wheel while he drove the Jeep to the dump site.
Holy idiot.
Investigators asked their initial suspect, Henry Sullivan, for a DNA sample. Testing showed it was not his blood in the car.
Oh, no.
Sullivan wasn't involved in the crime, so the mystery was, how did his car get there?
And investigators soon had another theory for how it got there. Henry Sullivan had a brother who was stopped for a traffic violation on the night of the murders. He told police that night that his name was Henry.
We have another person using Henry Sullivan's name and date of birth. Could he be the killer and the one that's dropped the driver's license at the scene where the vehicle was found?
Justin Sullivan had a warrant in existence for his arrest, wholly unrelated to any of the matters pertaining to this case. In an attempt to evade that, he gave his brother's name. Our curiosity was piqued to the point that we thought perhaps Justin Sullivan was using Henry's identification, and it could have conceivably been that Justin dropped the ID card at the scene of the crime.
Perchance.
But like his brother, Justin denied any involvement in the murders.
Well,
he said he had an alibi, that he was with friends at a nightclub, which they corroborated.
Right.
Then, investigators asked their third suspect, William DeParvine, for a DNA sample. He said no.
We don't have any probable cause at this point in time in the investigation to indicate that Mr. DeParvine is involved in the murder. Therefore, we don't have enough information to draw a search warrant.
Without a warrant, police couldn't get a genetic sample directly from DeParvine. But there were other ways.
We were looking for him to either eat something, drink something and discard it, chew gum and discard it, or even spit so that we could swab that up.
A team of detectives was assigned to follow DeParvine everywhere he went, hoping to somehow get his DNA sample.
Oh, the ice cream.
Like in a mall, we work in pairs of 2, so therefore if you've got 10 people, you've really only got a team of 5 following a person. And you need at least 8 to 10 people to follow somebody so that they don't know they're being followed.
DeParvine had earned a law degree while he was in prison, and he was very careful, either because he was disciplined or he knew he was being followed.
Mr. Parvine is an intelligent individual. He's not your average type of criminal.
He led a very monotonous, very bland type of lifestyle. He would get up in the morning, he would go to work, he would come back home and stay inside his little apartment and go to sleep.
DeParvine was a construction worker, and he had no social life to speak of.
Bro.
For months, the surveillance continued with no luck. But DeParvine made a mistake during the Christmas shopping season. He stopped at an ice cream store and bought a dessert known as a blizzard.
My partner at the time, and I watched him eat the blizzard and felt that
oh,
the way
brother.
he was slowly eating the blizzard and taking the spoon and raking it across his teeth.
What
that spoon would possibly give us some DNA from Mr. DeParvine.
Yeah.
DeParvine discarded the cup and the spoon.
Raking
and
his
investigators
teeth
immediately
the
retrieved the spoon
this
from
guy
the
is
trash.
too into it.
The technology has become incredibly sensitive and incredibly powerful, and there is the ability to obtain DNA from the smallest piece of evidence in a very reproducible, very reliable manner.
People's like saliva,
On the spoon,
just like at all.
Scientists found saliva. They extracted DNA and compared it to the blood found on the steering wheel of the Van Duzen's
And I
Jeep.
bet it matches, huh? And
The
I bet it
results
matches.
left no doubt.
Yep.
The DNA profile that was developed from the steering wheel was matched to the DNA profile that was obtained for William DeParvine,
Damn,
his
bro.
known standard.
William DeParvine was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Yet he continued to maintain his innocence. He claimed his neighbor, Henry Sullivan, was the culprit and that the driver's license proved it. A jury would have to decide.
Oh, okay, wait.
William DeParvine admitted that he was with Carla and Richard Van Duzen on the night they were murdered. DeParvine says he bought the couple's truck, and after he paid for it, he never saw them again. But prosecutors didn't believe that. They say the Van Duzens delivered the car, but DeParvine didn't have the money. So he asked the Van Duzens to follow him to his friend's home to get the money. Phone records indicate Carla called her mother at 6:37 to say she was driving behind the man who bought their truck. Although no one knows why, they apparently left the pickup truck at one location, and all three got into the Jeep on their way to get the money.
Interesting.
As de Parvine led the Van Duzens to the deserted road, they may have realized that there was no friend, that there was no money, and that this was a setup.
Oh, shit.
De Parvine used a 9mm weapon to order Richard out of the Jeep and shot him. He shot Carla through the windshield. The bullet passed through her left hand as she tried to protect herself. Then, de Parvine cut Carla's seatbelt to remove her body from the Jeep, and in doing so, accidentally cut his hand. His blood dripped onto the steering wheel as he drove the Jeep back to the pickup truck. Before he abandoned the Jeep,
holy idiot,
he planted Henry Sullivan's driver's license, which he may have stolen since Sullivan lived in the same apartment building as he did. To cover his tracks, de Parvine forged the bill of sale for the truck in the amount of $6,500, half of what the Van Duzens were asking for it. Where he disposed of the murder weapon remains a mystery.
He was on a work release when he killed Carla and Rick. I had been told that federal investigators had deemed him to be a psychopath.
Psychopath.
Sociopath. And I was told by one of the prosecutors that they did not think this whole crime happened because he wanted that truck. It happened because he was looking for somebody to kill.
Wrong mouse. Okay.
At the trial,
That's
de Parvine
crazy.
insisted he was innocent and took the stand in his own defense.
As soon as Mr. de Parvine took the stand, then prosecution turned very aggressive and went after Mr. de Parvine.
Right.
And
And bro
basically
folded, probably.
started to pull apart all of the alibis.
De Parvine told a series of stories trying to explain what happened, but none of them matched the physical evidence.
The point where I made up my mind that he must be guilty was after I heard his complete testimony and decided that all of the alibis that he was coming up with were just beyond belief.
The jury took 3 hours to find de Parvine guilty, and he was
W.
sentenced to death.
Oh, shit.
In the end, some saliva on a plastic spoon and a small nick on his hand told investigators how he committed the crime.
Damn.
And how he killed 2 innocent people who were just trying to sell their truck and be on their way.
Never sell your
was
freaking
never
truck, chat.
really into forensic science or even, gave it any thought. But since that time has happened, I have become hooked on court TV. And I've learned a lot about the way the law works and about the way forensics
Objection.
play into a case where there's no eyewitness, especially.
W episode, honestly. Holy shit. That was good. That was good. Okay, let's try this one. The Gambler. Let's hope isn't too bad. Let's see. Well, I think we'll do this and then maybe we'll call it a night. Maybe we'll listen to some music
Gambling
bit.
has a lot
Yeah.
more visibility
I
than
don't
it used to. It's on the internet, it's on
I really
prime
wanna get
time
this done.
television, and it's almost a varsity sport on some college campuses.
What did he say?
But several young most used to.
Gambling.
Gambling has a lot more visibility than it used to. It's on the internet, it's on prime time television, and it's almost a varsity sport on some college campuses.
Yeah, I'm
But
on
several
varsity
young men learned the
blackjack.
hard way that gambling can put your money at risk. And sometimes
Now y'all know, chat.
your
Now y'all
life.
know.
isn't confined to casinos, church bingo, and backroom card games anymore. Now, it's everywhere.
Yeah, quite
There are
mainstream.
poker tournaments on the computer. You can play sports wagers offshore, and you can play the daily lottery, now run by local governments.
Right.
28-year-old Jason McGuigan saw gambling as a way to have fun and also make a living. He dabbled in casino gaming, but his real love was sports handicapping. He was known to wager thousands of dollars on a single event.
He was not a bookie. He had made the offer to quite a few people that if you give me some money, I'll sign you up with a betting service and give you advice. He was essentially trying to sell his advice.
McGuigan had spent some of his time with his associates and acquaintances boasting about the gambling. He almost was starting to emerge as sort of a wannabe gangster.
For his gambling
On a warm
addiction?
June afternoon, Jason's aunt stopped by his apartment to pick up an old computer. She found the back door open. Inside were the remnants of a massacre.
Jason McGuigan is laying on his back on the bed with his feet curling over the bed to the floor.
McGuigan had been shot twice with a 9mm handgun. Jason's two friends, Daniel Swanson and Dustin Wilson, were shot to death in the living room.
Sorry, wait, hold on. What happened?
Floor laying
with the She found the back door open. Inside were the remnants of a massacre.
Damn.
Jason McGuigan is laying on his back on the bed with his feet curling over the bed to the floor.
McGuigan had been shot twice with a 9mm handgun.
It's always 9mm.
Jason's two friends, Daniel Swanson and Dustin Wilson, were shot to death in the living room.
It could have been a professional hit just because of the way these bullets went into people.
Inside Jason's apartment was a receipt for a 9mm Glock pistol. He had purchased it just a few weeks earlier, but the gun wasn't found in the apartment. Also missing was the key to Jason's bank's safe deposit box. Investigators believe Jason McGuigan was the intended target, and that his two friends sleeping in the living room were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That is a shame.
It's just totally unexpected. He didn't really have any enemies that we knew of at all. So when this happened, it was a big surprise to us.
Jason, Dustin, and Daniel, they were just normal kids, trying to make something out of their life. They weren't bad kids.
When local news agencies reported the murders, a witness came forward with some revealing information. A few hours before the murders, the witness saw three men in a Cadillac Escalade shouting obscenities and making inappropriate gestures to an Asian man in the car behind them.
Oh boy.
She remembers it clearly. She thought it was a road rage incident, and these three white kids were somehow racially attacking this Asian kid.
The witness identified the three men in the Escalade as Jason McGuigan, Daniel Swanson, and Dustin Wilson, the three murder victims.
Damn.
In a case that had so many stunning revelations, this one ranked right up there with it.
Police in Verona, Wisconsin, were investigating a triple homicide. An analysis of the crime scene indicated that Jason McGuigan's two friends were killed first as they slept in the living room. The killer took Jason into the bedroom. There was some sort of discussion before he, too, was killed. In a search for suspects, police learned that Jason McGuigan and his upstairs neighbor, Todd Vincent, got into a fight a week or two before the murder.
McGuigan had slapped Todd. Todd retaliated by choking Jason or throwing Jason to the ground. Jason reported it to the police. It turns out that there wasn't enough of a conflict there that anybody even got charged.
Todd denied any involvement in the murders. Gunshot residue tests on his hands were negative, but he said something curious, that he didn't hear any gunshots from Jason's apartment. Ballistic experts say that's not necessarily unusual.
If they don't expect to hear a gunshot,
when they do hear something, they'll interpret it some other way.
Next, police started to run down the vehicles parked outside Jason's apartment. One was Jason's Cadillac Escalade. The other was a red Toyota, one of two vehicles owned by Jason's friend, 19-year-old Mark Wu. He was from Taiwan, the son of a wealthy businessman and an honor student at the University of Wisconsin. When police tracked him down, Mark Wu was in New York City and about to board a plane to Taiwan to visit his family for the summer vacation.
Right.
Mark said he left one of his two cars in Jason's parking lot because it was safer than parking in the city.
Right.
Wu had a residence downtown in Madison, and parking down there is very difficult, and he had a number of vehicles, and so by keeping one out at the Jason McGuigan's residence in Verona, you didn't have to worry about parking tickets.
On the night of the murders, Mark Wu said he was in his apartment in Madison, Wisconsin, and spent the night alone. But Mark's cell phone records indicated he was in Verona, about 30 miles away from his apartment, which is where Jason McGuigan lived.
Oh boy.
Wu makes a call at 8:16 p.m. and it hits the Verona Tower. Verizon tests show that any cell phone call that hits Tower 165, the Verona Tower, is basically going to be confined to someone that's within the city limits of Verona.
He didn't really give a good explanation on why he had lied, but the gist of it was that he didn't know anything about these murders, and he just thought that he should have basically an alibi.
And Mark Wu had no history of violence or erratic behavior.
Mark Wu was about as unlikely a suspect in a triple homicide as you're going to get. His yearbook
The way they're
entries,
setting this
his
up is kinda
classmates, former teachers, there wasn't really a sense of Mark Wu being a person who'd been in trouble.
I'd say naive, helpless, really nice guy. I was laughing out loud when the FBI suggested that he could be in a gang or something.
Finally done. Jesus.
But police found evidence that Wu and McGuigan were both involved in gambling.
We learned that Mark Wu, through his family, it appears primarily, had resources. So he had money to burn.
5 days before the murders, Mark Wu gave Jason McGuigan a large sum of money to bet on a professional baseball game.
One game in particular was the Major League Baseball game, Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. That game happened to go 15 innings and lasted about 5 hours.
Mark Wu used his cell phone to call a sports betting service that night to find out which team won.
The pitcher takes the sign, winds up. The pitch, it's in the
And I
dirt
bet he
past
lost,
the catcher. The runner from third is heading home, and there's the throw. Safe. The game ends on a wild pitch, and Pittsburgh wins 7-6. I don't believe it. For the second night in a row, Pittsburgh wins in 15 innings.
According to friends, when Mark realized that he won, he couldn't contain his excitement.
Wu is ecstatic, he's screaming, he's excited. 17 grand, I won 17 grand.
When Mark Wu asked Jason McGuigan for the $17,000 he had won,
he said
he
no.
learned for the first time that Jason never placed the bet.
Jason
Oh,
reacts
no
to that
shot.
by pulling his newly purchased Glock pistol out of his pants.
Oh, no way.
Waves it at him and says, "Shut the f*** up."
There is in fact no bet placed. Nothing documents that Wu had any money put down. Jason did not have any money put
Damn,
down.
bro.
So this bet is completely a false bet.
Why Jason didn't place the bet is unclear. Either he forgot or decided to pocket Mark's money instead. Regardless, this gave Mark Wu 17,000 reasons to seek revenge. Investigators now suspected that Jason McGuigan was murdered because of his gambling activities.
Yeah.
In Jason's personal files was evidence he placed bets through Olympic Sports, an offshore betting agency in the Caribbean.
He would call in and they would tell you the lines, the spreads, and what the picks were on those games, and he would then place bets on those.
Gambling agencies set up shop outside the country to circumvent U.S. law enforcement.
All of his bets throughout his entire account history with Olympic Sports were made by telephone. Olympic Sports records all incoming phone calls And the reason they do that is just in case somebody has an argument over whether or not they made a bet or did not make a bet, they've got some kind of proof to back up what happened.
When police listened to the tapes, they heard someone else on the phone with Jason.
Win 100 on the win. Okay. I'll place my bet on.
The voice sounded...
Is that lava? What the fuck? Oh my god, there's still stuff under it. Fuck. What the hell? Weird ass biome. Oh wait, shit. You gotta light this area up because it's just gonna be full of fucking monsters if I don't. I'll probably just end up clearing this area out and just completely forget that I ever did that. It's fine though. Boom. Okay. Now we have a frame. W chat. All right. So one thing that I want to do is kind of have a white base, or like a initial outside white base. So I don't think I'm going to have enough calcite. I don't think I'm even going to have nearly enough fucking copper for this. So, you know, next stream, I'll just end up getting a shitload of copper. I've only got 2 stacks of calcite here. And then I just need, you know, if I run out of calcite, I either get more or I will switch to quartz, because that is also quite an easy white block to collect. However, calcite would be really cool because it's like very rock looking, and I think it would blend quite well with the copper. We can test the colors in like T-minus 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I mean, if we're going for those colors, I think it works quite well. Okay, now, here's the thing is... Yeah. Oh yeah, we are not going to have enough for this shit. It's fine. Because my idea is this is the edge. All this cobblestone that we just went through is like the edge. Okay. So like I want this kind of like an outside edge almost, if that makes sense. So like it'll curl out and around. We're not going to have enough. But it is the idea that counts. And then kind of like, I know it's not going to be perfect, but then it's kind of like shit like that. You know? And then kind of imagine it's like big and grand and perfect and cool. I think calcite might be the only way to do it because it looks very like, I know it's calcite, but it looks very like granity or like white marbly in a way. Okay, Minecraft disagrees. They fucking hit me with the rain. He said, fuck your idea, I hate you. That's what I'm getting at least. I don't know about y'all. Anyway. Also, torches wouldn't be horrible to put out. Can we sleep through this? Yes. Okay. Let's at least try to do the front. Like, let's just finish this bit up. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? That I want the door to be like this wide and maybe like go up. I don't know if I want the granite or the calcite to be what goes up that way, but that's where I want the door, and I want it to be that big, if that makes sense. I think I'm going to attempt to, these are only 21, should be. So we should at least have enough for the front, for both sides. And that at least gives us a good vision. I want those sections of copper in between here and here. So like that this clears out. Like it's completely gone. It's like a tunnel. It's kind of the idea. Like tunnel between like environments almost. Maybe it's like a between biomes kind of idea. I'm not totally sure about the full thing. However, I do think it'll look cool, and you guys have got to bear with me. Because trust, if there's anything we learned about my house over there that actually looks quite cool from afar, at least from this angle, trust my process. Don't trust everybody's process, trust mine, okay? It'll come together. Just give me some patience and some time. But trust. I mean, I want to be able to get all these materials authentically. I don't know. I can try to find old mines and go back to that amethyst that I did go to. But I think color-wise, this is going to be the play. So like, let's play this out and make a few like. So I'm kind of thinking like everything is going to be kind of like this green frame, almost, and because it's kind of bending off of the very large inspiration picture, but at the same time, like, the original idea was just from a standard green greenhouse, but the BBG is going to be quite large because I want it to be like huge. I mean, okay, that was unnecessary, I think. But terraforming evidently is going to be a very key component to this. And that's okay. That's okay. That's kind of to be expected when you do a Minecraft build. However, I do have what was I saying? I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, bottom line, I don't think I'm gonna try, or I don't think I'm gonna cheat or anything. Might have to. I still don't know how I want to do the frame. Because, well, okay, here's what we can do. We can just look at the inspo. We don't have to copy it. I really like the shape, though. Okay, so it is... Okay, yeah. So it's definitely... Okay, let me think. Because we have to scale this down, because this is... The one in the picture is quite large, and this is going to be a little bit smaller, significantly, actually. So... I think that if we do it this way, and it hopefully doesn't look like a prison, this will look really cool. Am I one block too high? I was one block too low. What am I doing? And then, yeah, okay, so one thing that actually might be really important. That might be too high. I have no idea. This is going to be a large structure, chat. But maybe that is too high. I don't know. Got at least 2 blocks to go. Damn. Oh, it's fine. Okay. So that's main entrance. However, one thing I do want to do about this botanical garden is make it multi-entranced. So like, oh shit. So I like want to be able to have a lot of this be symmetric. So like these doors being on the same side is kind of the plan. I'll make a big old staircase so that this wall isn't here. I'll of course fix this later. Later though, not right now. I can't do it right now. But it's 10:30. We have finished an episode, correct? Oh, we're halfway through. Let's finish The Gambler. Maybe we do music
Jason's
after
friend,
that.
Mark Wu.
If not,
And it was clear that Wu was also betting big on sporting events.
You have Jason actually taking over, grabbing the phone in some manner, because you could hear the voice change on the tapes. You can also hear him in the background telling Wu what to do. So you can see that McGuigan is really sort of the mastermind behind any of this gambling that's going on.
I'd like to know who the pitchers are for the baseball game, Atlantic at New York.
No, Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Should be Maddox and Glavin.
Maddox and Glavin?
Yes, sir.
I'll place my bet on
Risk 100.
Risk.
He bet on baseball, and he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know pitchers' names. He didn't know team names. He didn't understand the odds. He really had no idea what he was doing.
An investigation into Mark Wu's finances revealed a telling piece of information.
When we began to discover that Mark Wu had, over a 4 or 5 month period, drawn more than $70,000 out of his bank account, that Mark Wu was telling investigators that he, at one occasion had dropped $15,000 on a single bet.
And investigators already knew there was a disagreement about the baseball bet, and that Mark Wu believed Jason owed him $17,000.
So it tells us that there's definitely some money issues going on between the two of them, and they're very severe in nature.
Mark gave police permission to search his apartment. They found no bloody clothes or weapons. But in the parking lot was the second vehicle Mark Wu owned. This one was silver, like the one seen following Jason McGuigan the afternoon before the murders. Inside was the owner's manual for a Glock 9mm pistol, like the one missing from Jason's apartment, the same caliber weapon used in the murders. Ballistic expert Bill Newhouse compared the shell casings from the murder scene to the ones provided by the manufacturer when Jason purchased the weapon.
It was clearly printed as having been cartridge casings fired in, and it specified the Glock pistol, which it had been fired in, with the serial number, and really nice information that we don't see very often.
They matched, proving that it was Jason's own weapon that killed him.
That's the only time I've encountered that in 30-some years of doing these kind of cases.
Hoping to find the murder weapon, police searched the garbage dumpster behind Mark Wu's apartment. Instead, they found a pair of sandals in a white plastic bag, along with some of Mark Wu's credit card receipts. Police also checked other dumpsters in a 4-block radius.
They find out specifically where that particular garbage would be dumped. And they dig, and they do that dirty work that so often is the key to solving crime. And they find this gun case.
We found 2 halves of a Glock gun case. They're more of a plastic nature. They were snapped in half, and one was tied off in one baggie and one was found independently.
To see if the case contained any fingerprints, forensic analyst Mike Riddle used superglue fuming, a process where the chemicals from heated superglue adhere to finger oils.
You hang it in there with superglue over a heat source and add a little bit of humidity to it, and the fatty acids in the fingerprints absorb the superglue and harden and set the print.
Riddle saw what he thought might be some partial prints and used yellow dye to enhance the image. These partial prints were in an unusual location.
They were in one of the corners in a curved portion of the gun case, partially covered by the foam rubber that was in there. Had I not removed the foam rubber, I probably would not have been able to develop these prints using superglue.
The prints belonged to Mark Wu. And on the sandals from the garbage dumpster, scientists found tiny, mist-like droplets of blood.
I knew that size was indicative of the application of what I would term a high-energy application of force to the blood source. That's consistent with the bullet impact, of course.
DNA testing revealed the blood on the sandals came from the youngest murder victim, 17-year-old Dustin Wilson. Ironically, the dumpster should have been empty the day after the murders, but the garbage truck driver didn't pick up that day.
We spoke to the garbage collector,
and he admitted that he often fibs on the document, indicating that he did pick it up when in fact he does not pick it up.
Mark Wu was
What a
arrested
guy.
and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, but he would never be convicted.
Really?
Mark Wu's parents flew to the United States from Taiwan because they sensed trouble. Mark had withdrawn over $70,000 from his bank account and wouldn't give his parents an explanation.
Wu had been involved in some sort of money losses and, in their words, hadn't been a very good boy. And they were taking him back to Taiwan to make him sort of a good boy again.
Right.
Prosecutors say Mark Wu tried to collect the $17,000 Jason McGuigan owed him for the baseball bet. He wanted to deposit this money into his bank account to placate his parents. But Jason didn't place the bet, so he refused to pay. Around 3 p.m. on the day of the murders, a witness saw Jason McGuigan's friends threaten Mark Wu, angry apparently because Wu had been following them. Later that night, around 8 p.m., Mark broke into Jason's apartment, but Jason wasn't there. So he stole Jason's 9mm Glock pistol. Then called Jason, asking him what time he was coming home. Mark Wu returned to Jason's apartment around midnight, and Jason still wasn't there. Instead, Jason's 2 friends were in the living room, asleep, the ones who harassed him a few hours earlier. Mark Wu killed them to eliminate potential witnesses. In doing so, he got Dustin Wilson's blood on his sandals. Jason didn't come home until close to 2 a.m., and Mark was waiting for him. Again, Mark demanded his $17,000, but Jason didn't have that kind of money in his apartment. In desperation, he handed Mark the key to his safe deposit box. Then Mark shot Jason with his own gun. No one knows what Mark did with his bloody clothes and Jason's gun. He threw the gun case containing his fingerprints in a garbage can a few blocks from his home. He put his bloody sandals in a garbage bag and tossed them into the dumpster behind his apartment with the identification provided by his credit card receipts. The next morning, Mark flew to New York City with his parents. They were about to leave for Taiwan when police intervened.
He's holding a plane ticket to Taiwan, a country that does not have an extradition treaty with the United States. If Mark Wu gets to Taiwan,
he's free.
Mark Wu never becomes the criminal defendant in this triple homicide.
But the day before the trial, there was a stunning development. Mark Wu hanged himself in his jail cell.
Whoa.
He's about to be essentially humiliated in the public. His parents are going to find out what he did. He's 20 years old. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. He killed these 3 boys to try to cover up what he had done with all his parents' money.
Oh, shit. Maybe.
Then he had to kill himself again at the last minute to cover up what he had done and not face the truth.
As a courtesy to the victims' families, prosecutors laid out their entire case just as they would have presented it to the jury. And the science left no doubt there would have been a conviction.
We gave what would have been an opening statement or a closing statement to these family members and went through the evidence we had so that they knew we took care of their family members, their friends' killer, that this was the right person, there's not somebody else out there.
To me, they showed that Wu was guilty, and it was one of the better things that they ever could have done for us, short of us having an actual trial.
The DNA, the spatter, the shell casings, and the fingerprints are all what really wrap up this case and take it from a circumstantial case to a case that's proven by forensic evidence.
Maybe that'll look better. There's a lot of texture opportunities on the outside that are coming soon, let's say. Okay. Shit. I was just there.
I was working at a law firm as a paralegal.
I'm just imagining Sammy watching this stream all the way through and then just being, why the fuck did he just put fucking jazz on? Unless you like it. Because I mean I do, but... Should I? This... Oh, not that. Would this be too steep? It might be too steep. Well, okay. So, there's that. But what if... I'll get rid of the dirt. It makes it look bad. Also, the decision to make the copper fully waxed or fully unoxidized at first so far is not having an amazing look in my brain because the colors are so oh, I see it. I see it here. This is the vision, I fear. Yeah, yep. To go. I'm just trying to get a lay of roughly what we're gonna do. Oh my god, it's gonna be perfect. Oh shit, never mind. No, it's not. So did 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Because it's the one even one. How the fuck? How? What? Oh my god, I fucking hate this shit. I wish creepers had more of a presence sound, if that makes sense. There was just one chillin'. Had no fucking idea. Oh well. Low cortisol time. We're watching, listening to Pokemon Jazz. How can we possibly be stressed? Anyway, I know I said probably another whatever till like 10:30. It's 10:47. Might as well. This is such a good song. That's the play. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. Oh my god, this one might work out just perfect enough. Okay, just mind the sharp cutoffs. I think this has strong potential here, chat. I think this has really strong potential. Yeah. However, guess what? I believe we are out of copper. Oh. Maybe like 3 more blocks. 5. Yeah, so what I'm hearing myself say is that we need more calcite, because calcite looks really good. Visually, definitely looks good. Shouldn't need it for much more than the bottom outside rim. However, quartz might look good. I don't know though. Oh, I have 3 calcite. Hold on. One thing I want to do is like at least this. And then I will 100 billion% add like, damn. Okay, so we're gonna have to. We need to cut out a big chunk of this as well. Let me draw the fucking line. We'll do it next stream. Tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Thursday. We got Thursday. Oh, W copper. Oh my god. Okay. Start singing on stream. That would be a crazy introduction. Sam, if you're still watching this, someday I will sing in front of you, and then you'll tell me to stop immediately. But if you get me to sing around you, dude, that is an achievement that nobody has made in a long time. The concert, probably. You're just gonna have to excuse me. Sorry. I ain't sorry. I said I was sorry, but I really wasn't. And if you're nervous about singing in front of me, trust. Zero judgment here. That should go without saying. At least there is a vision, chat. At least there is a vision. The scale is not quite perfect. However, I think for Minecraft, I think it'll be pretty good. And hopefully, I can pull off the shapes that I want to pull off. I really don't know, if I'm honest. I'll make it work. And if it doesn't work, we can just rebuild it. Ah. W Minecraft, W creativity, W customization. Expression, chat. Expression of creativity, of imagination. All the good things about your brain. Except for the voices. The vision is currently being seen. Hold on. I'm gonna do one more wide shot before I call it for the stream. But Sammy or anybody else that is watching this video, it doesn't have to be just Sammy, I guess. But Sammy, what do we think about the current frame? I've sent you the very ambitious idea. So if you think that this is somewhat fitting, not fitting at all, or whatever, let me know. But I think it has a lot of potential. And you know, again, I'll repeat myself. Just trust me. It'll take time, but this will look awesome. I promise. I think I'm gonna try to place one block here just so I can like fully imagine kind of the thing that I'm going for here. Come on, 9. But this is going to be huge, dude. Like actually insane. Wait. Nah, that should work. I still don't know if I'm gonna try to implement every single part of this this suggestion of a build into this place. But I'm gonna give it a fucking try. I don't know, this place seems like it'll be really cool. Especially if it works out the way that I want it to. So perhaps the curving changes, you know, those things are all easy. So, Sammy, give me your opinion. Or don't, you don't have to. But, yeah, no rush on any of that. But, yes. So, let me know what you think. Even though even also with the bottom thing, if you think copper, or not copper, if you think quartz would look better, let me know. But I think the calcite kind of gives a good, like, marble feel. And it kind of fits this weird little rustic kind of vibe that we're going with the copper that's not the prettiest looking, you know, if you get what I mean. So, I don't know. I think that could be cool. Let's see, what else do I have to do? Anything? I don't think so. Okay. As always, WStream. Oh, I gotta, hold on, I gotta pull up my YouTube just so I don't forget to upload my old videos that I've just been too stubborn to upload. I'll just like mass upload everything tonight. Oh my god, I haven't posted since the first stream of Minecraft. Oh my god, chat. I'm slacking. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll try to upload those tonight. But yeah. Let me turn off the music. Thank you for tuning in or just watching on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you have any suggestions on how to build this or what to build next, that's kind of really, I would be kind of angry at you if you suggested something while I'm barely at the start of this current one, but I would appreciate anything, so let me know. But again, thank you for tuning in. I will probably be streaming tomorrow around the same time, maybe like 7 or maybe like closer to 8. I don't know. It depends. Oh. Did you hear that? Okay. Anyway, yeah. Streaming again. I might make dinner. That makes it go a little later because I got to go to the gym and stuff. But anyway, I think everything should work out. Tune in tomorrow for another stream or watch me on YouTube. Very cool. All right. See y'all later. Bye.